Hello everyone, and welcome to the final part of Danganronpa. At least the first game in the series, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because we probably will move on to the second one after this, but we got everything all set. I checked over the skills, I didn't change anything, and everything's pretty much the same as last time, so let's see if we can get this trial done better than last time. I hope we can.
How will we solve all the mysteries?
All of them.
This will be the final class trial. I've come up with a special rule.
Oh no.
Yeah, and of course Monokuma's sitting with us now,
So
apparently.
listen up. If you can figure out Mukuro's killer and go on to solve the mystery of this school,
Right?
you guys win.
Okay, I thought we already established that.
But
If you can't,
We all die.
then I win.
And
And of course, waiting for the loser is the super exciting, super heart-pounding punishment.
I like how Hina and Hiro both just look happy throughout
I know.
this.
Are
Standing
you
right next to
saying
him.
that if you lose, you'll execute yourself?
Really? Why do I find that hard to believe?
Yep, sure will.
And that's final? No loopholes? No wiggling out of it later?
Of course not. Bears never go back on their word.
What do you think about that?
Never mind all that.
but
I just
are they
have
just saying that for
one question
Monokuma and
for
not
you.
the mastermind?
I don't know. They could just kill off Monokuma easily enough.
Oh, you're taking this serious, huh? Are you feeling okay?
Yeah, Hiro taking this seriously? I'm not sure.
Is the mastermind only one person?
Well, we think so.
Hmm?
Don't bother. I already know the answer.
Oh
Mhm.
god.
Oh no, here we go.
You're all the mastermind, aren't you? You're all out to get me.
Yeah, of course, Hiro, that's what it is.
I'm right, aren't I? I knew it.
I wasn't expecting that. I just thought he was gonna blame
I thought it was just
Makoto.
gonna be like the Illuminati or something like that. Or aliens, that kind of thing. That's what I was expecting, honestly, from Hiro. Wait, it couldn't be all of us. Group photo, places to check, headmaster's e-handbook. Okay. I guess we'll see how this comes
You
into
guys
play.
have all been working together, haven't you? I have evidence, so I know I'm right.
Okay.
You stole my line.
Huh?
You're all out to get me. I'm
What?
sure.
What the hell's going on here?
I have evidence of my own.
What a coincidence. I too have evidence to present. Evidence that proves everyone other than me has been working together.
The photos? Oh, do they all have a photo where they're not in it?
Hold on. This doesn't make any sense.
Uh,
How can the three of us each have that kind of evidence?
hold on. Oh, I did the wrong button. I think I have to use the group photo there. I'm assuming that's
Yeah.
what it is. Wow, that one's like spinning out of control. Yeah, he made that photo to make everyone else look suspicious. So I guess at first I thought it was just gonna be us in all the photos like missing, so they all thought we were the problem.
Yeah, that's what I
But
thought.
maybe in each of them they're
You
not
stole
there.
my
Yeah, that's what
line.
I said.
Yeah, like you're saying.
You're all out
I think
to
that's
get
probably
me.
what it
I'm
is.
sure of it. I have evidence of my own.
How did they
Controls again?
conveniently
Outside.
have a photo where every one of them
I
was
too
missing?
have evidence
I don't
to
know.
present.
It's just set up
Evidence
that way.
proves everyone. What?
This doesn't make any sense.
Alright, let's see. I have to shoot down the stupid things that get in the way. Well, I can just do that. They didn't pop up quick enough for me to have to bother with them.
Good.
I know, it's very nice when that happens.
It's not just you three. I have evidence too.
Well, but the thing is...
What? You too?
The evidence you're all referring to is this group photo, right?
Well, yeah. Huh? Wait, but mine's different.
Yeah, so it's probably going to be exactly as you said.
Mm-hmm.
With the picture you have, I'm in it.
Yeah, we noticed.
But that can't be right. Because in my picture,
Is Makoto sitting in the chair next to where she was? Oh no, they're just different.
see?
It's just a different photo
I'm the
entirely.
only one not in it.
I figured as much. In which case...
Hiro, you have a picture too, right? Let's see it.
Okay.
Yeah, let's
but
compare all the
be careful
pictures.
with it. It's pretty important evidence.
There's something that's pretty interesting. Let's see if this holds true as well. Yeah, look. Are you noticing a pattern in these photos?
Mm-hmm.
There is a pattern presenting itself, which is kind of obvious.
Oh look, Genocide Jack's in this one.
Oh yeah, and she's looking at, what's his name? Byakula,
Mm-hmm.
of course. Oh look, and not only Hina, but Saka is having donuts as well. They're both fans.
Ooh.
So the secret in these pictures has been revealed.
Secret or whatever, I don't care. You guys are all in on this together. That's why I'm the only one missing.
Did you see
look
the
at
other photos?
ours.
But you're in my picture. You're the ones trying to trick me.
You guys fall for these things so easily.
So the whole purpose behind these photos was to get us questioning and fighting with each other.
Did you guys not learn a thing all game?
The mastermind laid a trap to make us each think everyone else was working against us.
They didn't learn a thing all game.
Huh?
Nope.
I laid a trap?
Yeah, you laid a trap.
A trap? How rude! What grounds do you have for such audacious accusations?
The proof I need to reveal Monokuma's trap. Yeah, we have to actually argue with Monokuma in this one. That's interesting.
Uh-oh.
Each photo has a certain something in common. There's a connection regarding what person isn't shown in the group photos. It's the person that got the photo. Yeah.
I got it! In each case, the only one not in the picture is the person who received it.
Exactly.
So, in the picture I got, I'm the only one missing. In the picture Hina got, she's the only one missing.
Mm-hmm. And once again, yeah, in this one too, certain someone's turned away.
And look, someone is wearing girl uniform instead of a
And
boy
in the picture
uniform.
Hiro
Yeah, I noticed
got,
that in ours as well.
He's the only one missing.
Chihiro.
As long as we're talking about it, I suppose I should show you my photo as well.
I suppose.
Yeah, please do, Mr. Fancy. Whoa, that's a crazy photo. And
Kyoko still had her
In
gloves.
other words, Monokuma
yeah,
gave each
and
of
someone
us a
else is
group
also
photo
obscured
in which
again.
That person wasn't included.
And when we each saw our picture, we just assumed everyone else was the enemy?
Well, we didn't.
Figured it out, huh?
Yeah, I thought that must be it. But how was that a hint?
Well, but you know, there might be more to this than just Monokuma trying to confuse us. There actually is a hint in all these photos.
Yes.
If we pay attention to it. There's something else that bothers me about everyone's pictures. Ooh. What is it? What's sticking at me?
Listen, can I see everyone's group photo one more time?
Oh, we're actually gonna realize without going through like a whole thing about it?
It's
I
not directly
guess.
connected to what we're talking about, but I'd like to double check something.
Oh, I hope that's the case.
Sure, no problem.
Yeah, I don't mind.
I'm sure there's something unusual about these group photos. What is it? I need to compare each of them one more time. Byakula's picture? What the hell is Sakura doing in this one?
Punching Oh, a fish. I thought
What?
she was punching Hifumi.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised if Humi's trying to creep on someone
What is
in the
Mukuro
water.
doing? Is she holding a phone?
Is she? I don't know what she's doing. Interesting though. Right, Hina's picture. And Hiro's picture. Oh yeah, and also our picture. There's something strange about all of them. Something I can't quite pin down.
I can.
You can't quite pin it down yet? Something? Oh. I guess we don't do it just yet.
Did you just forget
Lame.
about the photo
No!
already?
Hiro, you idiot! You
Trying
buffoon.
to trick me with such an obviously fake photo? I'm still pissed about that.
And on top of that,
It's not
they
fake.
went to all that trouble to make it look like we were wearing matching uniforms.
Well,
Well,
not
some
all
of
of us. Someone just refused to
So
wear
you
it.
think they're fake? No, I assure you, they're quite real.
Mm-hmm.
What are you talking about? There's no way.
There is a way.
Yeah! I don't remember ever taking a picture like that. So it's gotta be a fake. I'm sure of it.
But you know, can we really be so sure?
No.
Huh?
Don't get me wrong, I don't remember taking this picture either. But is that really enough to be absolutely positive they're fake?
What do you mean?
The reason I don't remember this picture isn't necessarily because it's fake. There might be some other reason. Some terrible reason. An unbelievable but entirely horrifying reason. Yeah, we know from Kyoko. Uh-oh. What's it gonna be?
Oh, I don't know.
Amnesia.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I figured it's gonna be something like that. I was like, stolen memories, brainwashing. Need an M, please. Right? Where's M? There we go. E. S.
A.
There we go. Nice and easy.
Now I understand.
Of
He
course.
understands.
Finally, it'll make sense.
Let's say that somehow we'd all lost our memories. That could explain it, couldn't it?
Oh, I get it. So we all just lost our memories at the same time and forgot about the photo. Makes sense.
Yeah, we forgot about a lot more than that too.
As if. You expect me to believe such an unbelievable occult type story?
Oh my god.
Hero, with all the other shit you believe, yeah, this actually is more
We
believable.
all lost our memories? That's just crazy.
Considering everything else that's happened in this game, that's crazy. It's only natural that they wouldn't believe it. But no matter how much they refuse, if that's the absolute truth, they have no choice. We can't move forward until they accept it. And there's another way to prove it besides those pictures. If only got everyone to try out their handbook as a thing. That probably would have helped. Which one do you think it's gonna be? Oh, the interview DVDs?
Oh, duh.
Probably.
Saying we all got spontaneous
I almost forgot about that.
amnesia?
Me too.
Since when did this turn into some kind of sci-fi
This is
fantasy?
ridiculous.
I promise you, I haven't lost my memory.
Yes, you have.
You wouldn't know
Ever
it.
since I got to this school, I remember everything that's happened.
No, it's probably gonna be the one.
Idea that we all lost our
I just want to see the rest of it.
It's totally stupid.
Oh, it's really easy. There's only like one thing for each like set this time.
Maybe it gets harder as time goes on.
I guess we'll see.
You're saying we all got since when did this turn into some
Aw, I want to
Promise
shoot
you,
everything.
I haven't lost my memory. Ever since I got to this school, I remember everything that's
There we go.
No, you do not.
It's wrong. You're a fool. Do you believe that?
Those photos aren't the only things that point to the possibility of memory loss. This DVD does the same thing.
Oh yes.
You're not gonna show us something indecent, are you?
Oh,
You
Toko.
wish.
Yeah, she really does. She wishes.
No, it's nothing like that.
So gross.
It's a video of all of us being interviewed by the Hope's Peak Academy headmaster.
We have a DVD player here to play it to
When
show
you
everyone.
say all of us.
I thought the
Yeah,
data
I mean
was
all of
broken.
us.
I mean all of us, including you.
You lie! I never did any kind of interview.
That's what you think, but you don't remember.
No, it's not a lie. Just watch the DVD and you'll see for yourself.
Yep,
The
you were there.
headmaster did, in fact, interview you.
What are you saying?
I didn't imagine you would remember.
It's not about whether
None
or
of
not
us
I
do.
remember. You expect me to believe all this? That I lost my memory somehow?
Well, you wouldn't remember losing it.
Well, we don't have any way to refute it, so we have no choice but to accept it as reality.
That's pretty easy. Damn, Byakuya.
How can you say that? We're talking about living, breathing amnesia here.
To be honest, I have something else on my mind right now.
And what is it?
Something else?
Yeah, let us know.
You said the DVD contains recordings of us being interviewed by the headmaster, right?
Right.
What were the interviews about?
It's kind of interesting.
The headmaster sat each of us down, one at a time, and asked us the same question. He asked us if we could accept the idea of spending the rest of our lives in this school.
And you're never gonna believe what we answered.
What kind of question is that?
And how did we answer?
This part's gonna be unbelievable for him, probably.
We'd say no, obviously.
Or
We all said we could. Even me. I heard myself say yes. I could spend the rest of my life at this school.
Why? Why would you say yes to something like that?
Well, I don't remember the facts, really.
I don't know. I don't remember a thing.
Exactly.
The same goes for everyone else. Nobody remembers.
Genocide Jack.
Oh, yeah.
You don't
only we
remember
could talk to her.
choosing to live here forever, or even talking to the headmaster about it at all.
It doesn't matter if I remember or not. Even if I bought the whole amnesia thing, the idea that I would want to live here forever? That's just insane! How can I believe that?
Insane or not, we can't move forward until you accept it. Am I right?
You sure are, 'cause it's all true.
Oh.
Oh, he'll
What?
confirm it
Thank
for
you,
us.
Monokuma. Awfully generous of you.
I know it sounds absurd, but if it's the truth, There's nothing we can do about it.
Indeed. We only have one path in front of us.
At least Byakuya is being somewhat rational here.
Then we really...
Yeah, we really did.
You all totally lost your memory at the same time.
And who do you think is to blame?
This is all making my head hurt.
And this isn't like some normal kind of memory loss.
No, not really.
You stole those specific memories from us, didn't you?
Oopsie. You figured that part out too, huh?
It wasn't a huge leap to
Of
make.
course. There's no way we would all just happen to get amnesia at the same time.
Yeah, come on now.
How could someone just steal our memories?
How? Come. That hardly matters right now.
Well, I'm somewhat interested myself, but it doesn't really matter, I guess.
If I said it was hypnotism, would you believe me? Or we
Hero
open
might.
up your skulls and mess with your brains? Would you really believe anything I said? How it happened doesn't matter right now.
Well, if it was somewhat to do with aliens, Hero might believe it, but if it was the occult, he would get very offended.
Right.
What matters is figuring out what memories you took from us. That's what you're trying to say, right?
I knew I could count on you.
The interview with the headmaster, taking that group photo, those can't be the only memories we lost. There must have been a purpose to it all. A reason for taking away our memories.
To make us play a stupid game.
Of course there was a purpose. It all has to do with the original motive.
The original motive?
The original motive?
The original motive?
Motive you came up with to try and get us to all kill each other?
Yeah, I mean, we've been less likely to kill each other if we had all known each other for like a year or whatever.
True.
That has something to do with the memories you stole from us?
It sure does. But that part's still a secret. Anyway, I'm sure it's not easy, but let's all focus on the class trial for the murder of Mukuro Ikusaba.
Yeah, can we finally get to it now, guys?
Okay, so you want us to figure out who killed her before we do anything else.
So until we do that, well, either way, we have to explain every last remaining mystery. So, the one who killed Mukuro, the true mastermind, that's what we need to expose. Okay, this is gonna be fun. The control room, the profile, the headmaster's e-handbook. Maybe the profile, because I'm guessing it has something to do with her.
So who did it? Who killed her?
It's quite the question, isn't it?
Whoever did it is the same one who's behind everything.
True.
That
Yeah,
much I'm sure
that makes
of.
sense.
But when you think about it,
Oh, what,
is
Hero?
the mastermind really here in the school?
Yes,
Yes.
Hero.
Of course. They have to be here somewhere.
What makes you so sure?
What does?
So it must be
Oh.
the Monokuma room.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Alright, so that's what we're talking about
You're
first.
just making stuff up. There's no way the mastermind is here.
What? We already know they are.
The mastermind
They even
is
said that.
Probably a million miles away.
Is it
Because
that one?
Masterminds always lurk off
It
in
might
the
be for that one.
background, right?
So what was the other one with Hina? I don't know if it's something we could refute
I
exactly.
think it was somewhere in the school or
So
something.
who did it? Whoever did it is
Yeah,
the
that
same
one, like, that's an
who's
accurate
behind-
statement,
that
so I don't
much
think you
I'm
can
sure of.
refute that.
But when you is the mastermind?
Of course, they have to be here somewhere.
Yeah,
That's
she's right,
true.
so
So
it's
sure.
Toko who's wrong
Right.
by saying they're millions of miles away, which is completely false.
Exactly. You're just making stuff up. There's no
Right.
way the mastermind is here. The mastermind is
Shoot that.
probably a million miles.
There we go. Nice.
Wrong.
Break.
This music
There's
is so
no
amusing.
question that
It's
the
always amusing. I love the
mastermind is
music in this
somewhere
game.
within the
Boop, beep,
school.
bop.
How do you know? Did you find some evidence or something?
Actually, we did. We found the room
In the
itself.
back of the data center, I found a panel that controls Monokuma. The mastermind must have been using that to control him all this time. So there can't be any doubt. The mastermind has been inside the school all along.
Dun, dun,
Yep.
dun.
I think Monokuma basically said that much also at some point.
Yeah, he did.
There can't be any doubt. In which case, there also can be no doubt that the mastermind is one of us.
One of us.
What? Why?
Recall what Makoto told us Monokuma said to him earlier.
Yeah, that too.
Uh-huh.
How many times have we been through this? One more time, I
God.
guess, for the trial. I'm sure I told you this already, But this killing game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students. And the only people that take a single step in Hope's Peak since the killing game began are those 16 students.
So if the mastermind is
Only
in
seen
the
that about 10
school,
times or so.
we have to assume it can only be that 16th student.
But which one's the 16th student?
How'd they manage to survive all of this?
So we're the only ones here? It's not me. I'm not the mastermind.
Oh god.
Well, it's not me.
It's whoever's controlling Monokuma, obviously, and that means they have to be in the room, so it can't be any of us.
I blame Makoto.
Of course you do.
Of course you would.
What? Why me?
Makoto.
Well, there's no logic behind it, don't worry.
Guys, it's super weird how you're the only one who survived being executed.
Oh, I get it. The only way he could have survived is if he was actually the mastermind himself,
Okay,
right?
but someone's controlling Monokuma right now, so that means it can't be us, because we're not controlling him.
Aw, nuts! You got me!
Nice try, Monokuma. Nice try.
Wait, what are you trying to say?
Everyone, calm down. There's no reason to panic.
Yeah, this is based on nothing.
The mastermind's true identity will become clear soon enough. Just as soon as we find out who killed Mukuro.
Thank you, Kyoko.
That's a good point. Rather than wasting time bickering, we should put our minds to work solving this mystery.
I'm glad we can agree to that.
Yeah, well, how much time have we already spent talking about the murder?
Well, the episode's been about 20 minutes long,
He's
you're asking.
right. What more is there to talk about?
There's a lot to talk about, actually.
If you want something to talk about, I think there might be one thing. We haven't fully established what Mukuro's fatal injury was.
That's right.
But I thought we figured that out.
No, we thought we figured
She
it out.
died when she got hit in the back of the head.
No, that isn't actually what killed her. It was something entirely different. Wouldn't you agree, Makoto?
I would, at least.
I would.
Makuro's actual cause of death must have been the
The
other
other
wounds.
wound.
I got it! All of the wounds covering her body. That's what really killed her.
Exactly.
Hey, now hold on a second. You did read the Monokuma file, right?
We did. We read it very closely with Kyoko. The body was covered with other wounds, but these were at least several days old.
It made it pretty clear. Those wounds were made at least a few days ago.
Yeah, but they're still valid.
So they can't possibly be what killed her.
Wrong.
Consider this. What if the murder itself took place at least a few days ago?
Oh.
Now you're
snap.
talking.
Yeah, what to that?
What if, when we discovered her body, she'd already been dead for several days? If that's true, then naturally the wounds that killed her would appear to be however many days old.
Makes
That
sense.
Doesn't make any sense.
No, it makes perfect sense, Toko. You're the one that's not making any sense.
Because she had all those wounds before she ever came here.
What do you mean before she ever came here?
Huh? How do you know that?
What?
Yeah, what are you talking about?
Isn't it obvious? She was the ultimate
No.
soldier, right?
That's not true
That
either.
means, You know.
We already know that as a fact because of something that was written down in the profile by the headmaster.
You're wrong.
She denied me.
What? About this
I
again?
can't even say anything.
Oh no.
Yeah, now shut your mouth.
Come on. I mean, you think I'm
Does everyone just turn you on by like being a dick to you? Like what the hell?
Yes.
weird, okay? At least
No,
listen
you're
to
not
what
weird
I
at
have
all,
to say
Toko. You're totally
before you
normal.
deny me.
Totally normal. If you're so sure we're gonna deny you, why bother saying it in the first place? It's a good point. Well, let's try to move on with something that makes a little bit more sense now. Yeah, I think her profile is probably what it was. So let's, oh, we have it selected already.
The ultimate soldier.
But she is such a good soldier, she never got any
Must have
scars,
been in
apparently.
100 different battles. So, when you think about it, obviously, she got all those
Nope,
wounds in
that's
battle.
bullshit. Well,
Are you
wait.
finished?
Already finished.
Didn't deny me this time,
What?
Oh god.
Zee-Wimsey. You made me go all cutesy.
The hell?
Don't worry, there wasn't anything.
See, this is why it pays off to wait. Some of the conversations are quite amusing. No, those wounds didn't come from the battlefield. One look at what was written about her, and that should become clear. The hints are always so useful.
Mukuro was the ultimate
I hate when they're
soldier.
spinning around though, it makes it so much of a pain to get
She
to.
must have been
It
in
does.
100 different battles. So, when you think
Alright,
about
let's
it,
see.
obviously,
Oh, it is gonna get in the way.
those wounds in battle.
Wait, can I do it again? Oh, it worked.
Yay.
Okay, nice. We had enough time.
No, Mukuro didn't suffer those wounds in battle. The file we found in the headmaster's room said as much. Despite the time she spent in battle after battle as a member of Fenrir, when she entered this school, she hadn't sustained a single injury.
To be denied so completely.
Yeah, whatever you say, Toko. Whatever you say.
Maybe it's because of all of Master's training.
Yeah, I'm sure that's what it is.
Anyway,
He has no words for that.
so we can be sure that Mukuro suffered all those wounds after coming to this school. In which case, they could be the very thing that killed her.
As a matter of fact, it's hard to imagine any other possibility.
She's right.
When examining her body, I found that her stomach and head wounds came after she was already dead.
Unless anyone has any better suggestions, I think we can say this with confidence.
I think we got this one wrapped
The
up.
wounds Mukuro
Very
sustained
nicely.
all over her body are what ultimately killed her.
And I think I know
Correct.
when those wounds are sustained. Oh, yeah, look at all of them. Very interesting.
But if that's what killed her, then does that mean she's really been dead for who knows how long?
Yeah.
a few days.
If I knew how much time passed in the game, I'd probably know exactly how much.
That's exactly what it means. When we found her body in the garden, she'd already been dead for several days.
So then, what about the little matter of what happened last night?
What about last night? Oh,
How did he know about that?
yeah, that.
Makoto, you said you were attacked
Well,
in
'cause
your
we said
room
at
by
the,
a
last
masked
trial.
assailant.
Oh yeah.
I forgot all this took place in like one day. Like,
I
this is
know,
going really
I'm
quick.
confused.
If Mukuro had
This has
already
been a hell of a
dead
day.
for several days, certainly it couldn't have been her. So who was it that attacked you?
The mastermind. Well, it could have only been one person. The mastermind, of course.
It was the headmaster with his skeleton.
Yeah,
who
this
attacked me
skeletal
was
head.
the true
Skull.
mastermind. When we discovered Mukuro in the garden wearing the same mask,
They tricked us.
I naturally assumed she must have been the one who attacked me. But I was wrong.
Yep. Should have been able to tell by the way it was on backwards.
It wasn't her at all. It was the mastermind.
You evil bastard.
What are you laughing at? Oh, don't mind me. I'm just getting a little impatient sitting here listening. I think I'm gonna jump in. Let's start off with a nice, easy question. Your assumption that I attacked Makoto is just that, right? An assumption. You can't really know who was under that mask, can you? I mean, that's the whole point of a mask. The true identity of the masked attacker is Mukuro Ikusaba. At
No.
least, that's what I think.
Of
Well, I
course
think
that's
you're
what
full
you
of
think.
shit because the wounds are several days old, which means she died several days ago, and everyone
Just
else was accounted
establish
for in the gym or whatever. I know, I'm just going over it. Everyone else was in the gym, so the only other person around was Kyoko, and she saw and chased away the attacker,
Yeah.
and we saw that ourselves.
I was yelling at Monokuma, not you.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
just established that,
Any
Monokuma.
evidence that might convince me otherwise?
No, there's no way Makuro is the one that attacked me, even if I didn't see their face. Oh, and also the hand. Makuro had a very obvious Fenrir tattoo, comparing that to the masked attacker. I think I said that back during the first trial too. Although I don't think we ever really went over that for some reason. It should be obvious. Okay. We have a tattoo as an option, or the Fenrir thingy. Where, oh, we're gonna save it, I guess. So it usually happens when there's only one.
You never saw their face, right?
We didn't need to.
So you can't have any idea who was under that mask. I'm telling you now, it was Mukuro Ikusaba.
Bullshit.
But it wasn't.
You're wrong. Even without seeing their face, there's another part of the attacker we can use to prove it wasn't her.
You're right, Kyoko.
Oh? And what is this other part? Is it the right hand?
Was it the right hand it was
Or
on?
the left hand?
Oh no.
Maybe
shit.
the right foot?
Hold on a second.
Or
Can I go back to my
perhaps
evidence?
the left foot?
I think after this is over, I can.
Or could it be
The hips.
the hip?
It's all in the hips.
I think it's the right hand.
Yeah, I think it was her right hand too, but let me just double check that. Should say in one of these, I think. Was it in her profile?
No, there should be
Was
one.
it on? Damn it, do I have to remember which one was actually on?
I'm pretty sure it was the right hand.
Or is it on the,
Oh, it might
the
be in
Monokuma
that.
file? Trying to think. Yeah, we saw the right hand, so I think it was the right hand.
Or her profile, would that happen?
I will check just to be sure.
Her physical features. Nope.
I'm pretty sure you're right, though. So we'll do the right hand when that pops up. We'll save that, and then we'll shoot at the other thing. I think that's how it's gonna work. Okay, let's give that a shot. Tattoo is in a certain, easy to spot area. Right.
You never saw
What a
their
trick.
face, so you can't have. I'm telling you now, it was
Shoot that
Mukuro.
thing.
You're wrong. There's another part of the.
Oh, and what is it the right hand or the left?
There we go.
hand? Maybe the or perhaps. Or
Shut up, Monokuma.
could be
Stop the hips.
It was the hips.
You never saw their face, right? So you can't have any idea who was under that mask. I'm telling you now, it was.
There we go.
Yay!
That'll shut him up.
Mukuro had a tattoo on her right hand, if I remember correctly.
We do.
A representation
And we were
of
correct.
Fenrir. In other words, a wolf tattoo. But I
Not
saw
a dog.
the right hand of the person who attacked
Are
me,
you sure?
and there was no such tattoo. So there's no way the person behind the mask was Mukuro.
Yeah, well, okay. You got me. I guess it wasn't her.
Yeah, just a slight detail.
But that still doesn't prove that it was me.
Really?
It could have been, someone else, right?
I don't think so.
Hiro, Toko, Hina, and I all have solid alibis for that entire night.
Somehow.
Yeah. We were
As
in the
odd as that
gym
was,
tearing you
which I still
apart,
find
so
odd.
It could have been any of us.
Oh, okay, sure. It couldn't have been any of you. But what about Kyoko?
Really?
It totally could have been her.
Nope. Nice try, but nope.
Oh, no snappy comeback. Did I score a bullseye?
Negative.
Oh, it also couldn't have been her because remember that like thing he said about her hand?
Mm-hmm.
So Monokuma just screwed himself there.
If you insist, I don't mind showing you.
Oh.
Huh? Show
Her
me
hands?
what?
What do you think? I'll show you the one thing that proves beyond a shadow of a doubt.
Does
it
she not
wasn't
have
me.
hands?
Wait, I thought they said that they were like scarred or something.
Yeah.
Before anyone could say anything. I wonder how they got scarred.
Aww.
The hell happened to them? Kyoko is removing her gloves.
Your hands!
Without thinking, I let out a gasp. Way to go, Makoto. It was more than just a little burnt skin.
Awful, isn't it? It happened when I was first learning to be a detective.
Oh.
I was inexperienced.
I thought you didn't want anyone to see those scars.
If it means we get another step closer to unmasking the mastermind, it doesn't really bother me.
Okay then. Kyoko seemed to savor the words as she said them. Then she put her gloves back on. Okay then.
My scars should suffice as proof.
Mm-hmm.
Makoto, did the person who attacked you have scars like mine?
Nope.
No, not at all. I'm positive.
Then this much has been made clear. There can be no doubt that the one who attacked Makoto is the true mastermind.
Bam.
Yes.
This is just awful.
Is it now?
On top of my secret being revealed, I had to look at those positively grotesque scars of yours.
Rude.
Wow, what an asshole.
Sorry, did I say that out loud? I do hope I didn't hurt your feelings.
We're only hands.
Not at all. You can say whatever you want.
Sure, as long as it means pushing me farther into the corner, right? But I'm not cornered just yet.
Not yet.
Because
more than you
if
think.
haven't noticed, the circumstances surrounding Mukuro's death are totally unknown.
That's where you're wrong, Bear.
That's true.
All we know right now is she was killed a good while before this morning.
On the contrary, we don't know anything other than that.
You're not going to tell us she was already dead before we arrived here or something, are you?
No.
In that regard, you have nothing to worry about. I promise you, without a doubt, she died after our little killing game began here.
Well, I do believe him.
Then somehow she was killed in secret without any of us knowing.
I don't think so,
No.
Byakuya.
After she died, who knows how much time went by before we found her, right? Did the culprit stash her somewhere? She couldn't have been in the garden the whole time, could she?
If she was, she would have been totally decomposed. Just like your brain.
Then she was being stored somewhere?
But to hide a body here, to just store it somewhere?
We have a morgue.
There's only one place. I can't think of anywhere else the body could have been stored. The biolab.
The pool.
The pool. But that's a good spot too.
Mukuro's body was probably kept hidden in the biolab.
Biolab? You mean on the 5th floor?
Yeah, didn't you see it? That's what caused you to pass out, I thought. Maybe she doesn't remember.
That's right. It's actually set up for use as a morgue. So it's the perfect place to hide a body, and it'd keep the body preserved at the same time.
Yeah. It is the high end
You're
of
also
morgues.
saying the body was moved from the biolab to the garden.
Yes.
And I have no doubt that that's exactly what happened. In fact, I have proof.
the
tarp. It's all about the tarp.
We're both so excited.
Something that made its way from the biolab to the garden. The tarp. Let's present
I
this.
got it! What makes me so sure the body was carried from the biolab to the garden is the tarp that we found in the garden.
Right.
When I was checking it over again, I noticed something.
That was mighty suspicious.
I noticed that some text had been stamped on one corner of the tarp.
Oh, it says biolab.
It
Very
does.
nice job reading it.
Holy cow! How'd you notice that tiny little thing?
Is it really that tiny?
It don't look it.
Photo's nitpicky nature
Oh.
seems to have surfaced with perfect timing.
Well, thank you, Byakuya. I'll take this as a compliment.
This proves that the tarp originally came from the biolab. In fact, there's a whole stack of tarps just like it in there.
So when the killer moved the body to the garden, they must have grabbed a tarp to wrap it in. Then they simply left it as it was to protect against the sprinklers, and put the coat on it afterwards.
You made everything sound so amazingly consistent.
Well,
That's just a wild guess.
Oh, Monokuma's sweating.
Where's your evidence?
I didn't know he
to prove
sweats.
that the body was wrapped in a tarp and moved.
There
Really?
is no evidence. I was simply explaining what I think happened. But you seem to be getting pretty worked up about it, wouldn't you say?
Worked up?
Yeah, it seems you are.
Now that the conversation has turned to the topic of the biolab, you must be getting pretty nervous. Because the key to uncovering your secret identity is hidden within that room, isn't it?
You talking about unmasking the mastermind?
Oh yeah.
no.
It is getting close.
You see, the biolab contained an inconsistency. One so major it can't be
Ooh,
overlooked.
what was it?
what was it,
An
Kyoko?
inconsistency in the biolab? Could you be talking about...
La la la, I can't hear you. La 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 la.
Wow.
Nice try,
Such a
Monokuma.
child. Oh well, just ignore him.
Yeah, makes sense. I need to pull myself together and think. The inconsistency in the biolab. Could you be talking about...
By the way, Makoto, what about that one thing?
What one thing?
What one thing?
What do you think?
He's just trying to
I'm
distract
talking
us.
About
Yeah.
Ignore him.
your family.
It's a complete distraction.
What?
What? What's that to do with anything?
Don't tell me you forgot about that video message.
Well, it has been a while, to be honest.
I know.
I've forgotten about it
So
anyway.
What do you think? Are you sure your family's still okay?
No.
There's no sense worrying about it.
Why are you bringing that up now?
Your
To distract
mom,
you.
Your dad.
Exactly.
Your
Why is Hina
little
looking so
sister.
cheerful still? What the hell?
What has happened to your
That's not an appropriate
family?
face for this.
Are they really as safe as you might have assumed?
She still looks cheerful.
Stop talking about that!
Calm down, Makoto. He wants you to get upset.
Come on, it's so obvious. Oh, really? Yeah, I need to calm down. I can't let him get to me. He already was. Just saying that because he knows we're getting close to the truth of the biolab. So if I want to shut him up, I need to expose the inconsistency and slam him with it. Slam him. The inconsistency has to be that one area where the numbers just don't match up. That's right, they just don't. Something not right about it. Oh wait, oh! We're going up against
Wow.
Monokuma?
Are you sure about this? Are you sure about this? That's impossible!
I'll have to reload quickly.
What do you want? Are you sure about this?
Oh man, there's so many.
Impossible!
This is so scary.
Are you sure about this? That's impossible!
This is a tough one.
Are you sure about this?
Whoa, really?
You did it.
Final strike.
Not listening!
Oh wait, oh wait, the switch up. Where's it? The lights, where's it?
You had it there.
There.
Wow.
Ooh, that was close. I don't know what happens if it takes too long.
Imagine.
I know, I can only scroll one way, so I'm way past it like, oh shit, how are we really gonna be?
Yoko's talking about is the lights.
Yeah, there were 4 lights! Oh no, this isn't Picard.
What-
Sorry.
What are you talking about? What about the lights?
Whoa, whoa, whoa. I was clicking way too
Part of
fast there.
that, a giant refrigerator was installed in there. That's where
Right.
everyone who's died is stored.
And it was set up so that when a slot had a body in it, a blue light would turn on.
That's right.
In other words, if the blue light is on, that means there's a body in that slot.
But I counted up the number of blue lights that were on.
Yeah, so did we.
including the one Mukuro was in. And there were only 9.
And that's mighty suspicious.
Why does that matter? You gotta give me the bite-sized version.
Hero.
Hero, you're so slow.
Why did he make it this far?
9 lights doesn't make sense. The number of lights that should be on is... What is it? Could it be 10? 10 lights? Hey, what? It won't let me click.
I got it.
Oh. I wonder if the battery's dying in his controller.
The lights
Uh-oh.
should
That might be a
be on.
problem.
Any other number is
Alright.
incredibly
Hopefully that doesn't become an
suspicious.
issue. That might be why I clicked so quickly in that one dialogue.
Suspicious? Why? That's simple. Just recall who's died here so far, and it should become clear.
That's right. That's the key to solving this mystery. Sayaka died first. Junko was second. Leon was third. Chihiro was fourth. Mondo was fifth. Taka was sixth, then Hifumi was seventh. Celeste was eighth. Sakura was ninth. And victim number 10 was Makuru.
So 10 people in all?
That's what that's up to.
That's right.
Or it should have.
Any other number should make you immediately suspicious.
And I was. Very suspicious, in fact.
But according to the lights in the biolab, only 9 people were being stored there.
You're saying a dead
There it
body
goes.
just
So.
up and disappeared?
No.
I got it! The mastermind destroyed one of the bodies to get rid of evidence.
What?
But if they wanted to do that, they would have destroyed Mukuro's body, since they actually killed her.
Yeah, that would have been the most suspicious of them.
And yet, her body was left alone.
Then, whose body disappeared?
It may very well be that none of them
Ooh,
disappeared.
yep.
Good job,
That
Junko.
was it.
But if that's true, then why doesn't the body count match?
That's the
Including
question.
Monokuma's executions. There have apparently been 10 deaths, but there were only 9 bodies. That's the point I'm trying to make.
I'm completely lost. How can the number of victims be less than the number of murders?
There's only one way that really makes sense. One death that really would make sense in this situation. The reason there are less bodies than murders. The explanation for more murders than victims is how many
Okay,
times can we phrase this,
Makoto.
Makoto? Why is that? Why is that? Why do you think? The same person was killed twice, the mastermind destroyed a body, only 9 murders took place.
Yeah, right? Only 9. Because
Yeah.
one of... Yeah, yeah.
It won't let me pick it again, damn it. Oh, there we go. There weren't actually 10 murders, but 9. That's why there are 9 bodies. That's patently untrue. Counting Monokuma's executions, there have indeed been 10 murders. I think we can all agree on that one. Actually, you're completely right.
What?
He's not right. There was only 9.
So we're supposed to say one person was killed twice?
What?
That's
But that doesn't make any
stupid.
sense. There were only 9. That's the most logically true statement. You can't kill someone twice. That's just silly. Well, that's the only one that makes sense.
Yeah, I guess
It doesn't make sense, but I guess that's the only one we can choose by process of elimination.
That's dumb.
That was silly. I call bullshit on that one.
Huh? Killed twice?
Officially, 10 murders have been committed so far.
Right?
But one of the victims may have been murdered, and then murdered again.
Well,
And Sakura committed suicide, so there weren't even 10 murders. There were 9 or 8.
Or you mean 8 then?
Yeah.
Eh.
Murdered and murdered again?
It's not exactly the right phrase.
If that's the case, there could have been 10 killings, but still only 9 victims.
I think what you mean to say, Makoto, is they were murdered and then they were used as a ruse to act like someone was murdered again. They weren't actually killed a second time. That doesn't make any sense.
Technically, you're right, I guess.
I mean, unless you counted Hifumi, who did kind of come back to life for a little
He
bit.
did.
And then died on his own.
Even after the body
That was
found
ridiculous.
Could easily have happened.
And they're like, how do you know he was still alive? Like,
It is
he
what
spoke
happened.
to us,
Because
guys.
not only was he alive then, he also was alive afterwards when he spoke to us.
I know.
Sounds like you're already
You're all around to
convinced.
hear it.
Then can you tell us who was killed twice?
I can actually.
It was Mukuro, of course.
Oh, I wanted to do it.
Aww, where's the fun in
Before
that?
She was killed as Mukuro Ikusaba. She was killed as someone else.
Hey, come on, who else could that have been? Who else? Doesn't make any sense.
That's
Leon.
why the body had
Of
to be
course.
stored in the bio lab
That's what I meant,
until
naturally.
The moment we found it in the garden.
No, that's crazy talk. She was killed as someone else? Come on!
Oh, you know it, Monokuma.
Besides, who could that someone else even have been?
All you have to do is look at those bodily injuries of hers.
So
and
obvious.
That will become obvious.
Yeah, that's what I said the first time. We would have gotten this mystery solved if Kyoko was actually there when the other murder, or the so-called murder took place.
Nothing's gonna become obvious. Because Kyoko's totally delusional.
No,
Nice try.
you are, Monokuma.
So it's the crazy bear. Alright, what do we got here? We have to save it, I guess. Need to save a bullet.
Who is this someone else that Mukuro was killed as? Was it Sayaka Maizono?
No.
Junko Enoshima?
Yes.
Leon
Oh, you didn't save it.
Kawata?
Do I have to use the bullet for that one? Oh, I have to save it, you think?
Mondo Owada, Kiyotaki Fumi Yamada, Celestia Lu, whatever.
Can't remember that name.
Maybe. Saka, no. There's no way anyone was murdered twice.
I think I have to save that, right?
I don't know.
Maybe?
Who is this someone else? that
Well, we'll find
Mukuro
out.
was killed as?
Well, I assume so. What else were we going to use it for?
Sayaka
I thought we were going to use
Maizono?
Junko to say murder twice.
Junko Enoshima?
Okay.
Yeah, usually it's the thing you save last, which is used like earlier on in the conversation. That's how it's
Okay.
worked every time up until this, anyway. So that's what I'm used to.
Junko.
Yeah, Junko.
Wasn't her fatal injury pretty similar to Mukuro's?
It was
It was
very,
exactly
very
the
similar.
same.
What do you mean?
Especially we got that closer look. Stabbed multiple times.
Well, remember what happened to her?
I do.
She was impaled by a bunch of spears, all over her body.
And Mukuro died from a number of wounds across her body.
Yep.
When you compare that to the stab wounds Junko suffered,
Then the similarities match?
Oh, yes, they do.
Yes, and those are the only fatal injuries that match up. That explains why those two bodies are actually one and the same.
We're doing it. We're
let's
doing it.
see if I have this straight.
Okay, take your time.
Junko, or someone going by that name, was stabbed to death with multiple spears. Then her body was kept in the biolab for however long before being dragged out again.
Several days.
Several
Only
days.
this
That's all we
time,
know.
It was presented as the corpse of one Mukuro Ikusaba.
It all matches up, right? those wounds Junko suffered could easily be these same injuries.
Very, very easily.
It's really true? Mukuro and Junko are the same person? Wait,
Well-
so then...
So what?
What does it all mean?
It's conspiracy, Hero.
It means
conspiracy.
that there haven't been 10 victims, but 9.
And that too.
Which also means that among the people we thought were dead, 1 is still alive.
And that's the true identity of the mastermind?
Exactly.
Who is it? Who's behind all this?
We already know the answer to that. It's Mukuro.
Well, not quite, Toko.
Toko.
I mean, somewhat close, I guess.
She took Junko's body and made it look like she was the one who died.
That's what I somewhat thought at first, but I don't think so.
So Mukuro is still alive. She's gotta be.
Monokuma, you're oddly silent.
Total silence? Then I must be right. I'm right, aren't I?
Mukuro? Alive? The one that's still alive is Mukuro? But can we really believe that? No. There's no way. There's no way Mukuro Ikusaba is still alive. So what are we arguing now? What do we have in our arsenal? Fatal injury, Monokuma file number 5. Her profile. Probably her profile again, maybe?
The body we found in the garden.
Guess we'll see.
It wasn't Mukuro.
Hold on.
Then she's still alive?
That's right. She made it look like Junko's body was her. So the mastermind's true identity is Mukuro.
What do you say, Monokuma? Do you give up?
Why is something?
We should just save that one.
For that to be true, then that couldn't have been her body we found in the garden. Which one are we going to be using for this one, you think?
I'm confused.
Is that really possible?
The
Her
body
profile,
we found in the
fatal
garden.
injuries,
It
Monokuma file number
wasn't
5.
Mukuro.
Then she's still alive?
I really don't know which one to use for this.
She made it look
I don't
like
know.
Junko's body was her. So the mastermind's true identity is Mukuro.
Profile,
What do you say,
fatal injury.
Monokuma? Do you give up?
I have to look at this in the menu one more time and see what they all say. Unless it's somehow, we have to save. That'd be
I think
funny.
it's
Let's see. So, the profile, the file, Monokuma file. I don't think that would prove anything, would it?
I don't think so.
The other thing was her profile. Doesn't have a single scar. No, because maybe it's this one, because all of her stats match with the body.
True.
And then Byakuya did say at one point that we had to keep that in mind for later.
True.
So it might be used for this? What was the last thing we had? I forgot. Do you recall?
That
fatal
one.
injury?
Yeah.
I don't think it's this. I think it's the profile we have to use.
It must be.
Yeah. But which one do we use it on?
The body we found in the garden. It wasn't Mukuro.
But it was Mukuro, so put
Yeah.
it there.
Then she's still
Oh, we're
alive?
too late.
Oh.
That's right. So the mastermind's true identity.
What do you say,
Damn it. This once again. Yeah, I'm pretty sure now.
Body we
It's a bit unsure at first, but seems pretty obvious now.
wasn't Mukuro.
Okay, yeah,
No,
that
it's
works.
wrong.
That gave me a bit of pause, but we got it.
No, the body we found in the garden was Mukuro. That's one thing we can be sure of. The body's appearance and measurements are consistent with her records.
Yeah. Thank you, Byakuya.
Right, Kyoko?
She was 5 foot 6 inches tall
I
and
thought
weighed
she was
didn't it say
5'7".
7?
Her vitals were 31, 21,
Damn it, Kyoko.
32. Everything in her profile is consistent with that corpse.
Well, except for what you just said, but everything else.
And then there's the matter of the Fenrir tattoo. So there's no question it's her.
Yeah.
But if Mukuro's not the mastermind, then who's actually still alive?
Someone's made it look like they died, but they're actually still alive. There's only one person who that could be. Who could it be?
Ooh, select someone.
Who do you think it is? Who do you think it
it's
is?
Junko.
Oh, obviously. All right.
Here's my answer. Junko is still alive. It's the only possibility.
Correct.
Oh. So let's see.
Are you sure about that?
Mm-hmm.
I'm very sure.
Huh?
I admit, since Mukuro is undoubtedly dead, Junko does seem to be the only other explanation.
Then why are you doubting us?
So what do you want to say then,
We saw
Byakuya?
her get impaled. She died right before our very eyes.
Mm-hmm.
But she had freckles.
Yeah, I don't think it was ever her in the first
Junko
place.
were still alive. The death we saw would had to have been some kind of charade. But you yourself confirmed she was dead, did you not?
Well, yeah, that one was dead. Now that you mention it,
But what about the wounds? Didn't we just go over this?
we just did. I gently placed my hand on Junko's lifeless body. I touched her wrist to check for a pulse, like they do in movies and stuff, but she really is dead. There wasn't anything else to say. She was going, well, there is another possibility. She's a ghost. Of course.
Oh God, don't let Hiro hear you.
I did check, absolutely, and I can say for
She
sure.
was dead. There's no question. Junko was dead.
But was that really Junko?
So, the idea that she's still alive.
It must be wrong.
No.
What?
Then
Kyoko,
you're
take over.
withdrawing your previous statement?
No, Kyoko, please take over.
I know you gave it your best shot, but too bad. I guess your conclusion was a dud. Too bad, too bad.
Shut up, Monokuma.
This case hasn't been decided just yet.
Thank you, Kyoko. I knew I could count on you.
Oh? You haven't given up
Oh.
already, have you, Makoto?
Well, he shouldn't have. Huh?
No, of course not. There's no way I'd give up
Well,
that
it
easy.
sounded like you were about to, Makoto.
That's all well and good, but how do you intend to solve the problem standing in your way?
Do we have a bullet to use for that exactly?
No.
Junko absolutely died. Mukuro absolutely died.
Then both of them are dead, right? There can't be any kind of survivor story.
Well,
I think we need to look at this from the opposite direction.
alright, thank you, Kyoko.
Huh? The opposite direction?
We can always count on Kyoko.
Let's assume Junko is still alive. If so, how could she have survived?
How could Junko have survived? Well, if that wasn't her. But still, if she were alive somehow, could it be that Junko's not the one that died?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, exactly. Come on, what do you think before this, Makoto? It wasn't Junko, it's someone else entirely? Well, yeah, but we kind of know who it was already. Maybe she's some sort of a trick. Yeah, I guess you could say it's a trick. Ooh, what's this? What's it gonna be, though?
Uh-oh. What?
Replica? Replaced?
All right, well, let's get an E.
I don't know.
Are you sure there's an E? Oh, there.
Okay.
L. A.
I think it might be replaced.
E. D. Okay.
Come here. Damn you, E. There we go. Nice. Alright, not too bad.
Now I understand.
I had no idea what that word was supposed to be. I'm
I
like,
wasn't sure at first
what?
either. I was trying to think,
That's it.
what could it be? Like,
What if she
sister,
switched places
twin,
with someone else?
replica? Like, oh, replaced.
Switched places?
That's right. Before the spears could kill her, she got someone to take her place.
Mm-hmm.
Specifically, Mukuro Ikusaba.
Then that would make it Mukuro's corpse that showed up later.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Which is why the body's height and weight and everything match Mukuro's profile, right?
I don't know anything about this switching places thing, but that had to be Junko who got stabbed to death, right?
No.
Yeah, you're saying they switched? When could they even have done that?
Way before any of this began. I think from the very beginning. We never met the real
She
one.
was about to die? Like she used some kind of ninja replacement
Yes.
No,
technique?
Toko, it
That's
wasn't
exactly
that.
what happened.
Good point. There's just no way they could have switched like that. So maybe the whole idea is wrong.
No, maybe they just didn't switch like the way that Toko suggested. There has to be some way. I need to figure out how to explain how they could have switched.
They switched
At the very beginning of the
Oh
game,
my god!
before we ever met.
Two of them may have switched places from the very beginning.
What? From the beginning?
Yeah, it makes the most sense. It's the easiest way to do it.
Yes, from the moment we first met.
Because that was in the first conversation we had. We were like, oh, you don't look like the Junko we saw in the magazines and all that junk.
Yep.
If that's when they switched, then they wouldn't have had to switch at the moment of death, right? After all, the one we saw at that point would have already been Mukuro.
Hold on. So, you're saying the Junko we first met was actually Mukuro all along?
Yeah, I think so. And if you look at the photo, it does kind of look like her face.
Yeah. She has those like sleepy eyes.
Yeah.
We'd already met her?
Yeah, it is interesting about actually getting to see those photos of her that we did recently with like all the other students.
I had like a normal conversation with her.
Well, yeah.
When
So did we.
first met, none of us knew who anyone else was.
She might have.
So Mukuro could have simply told us her name was Junko, and we never would have known the difference.
Precisely.
That would easily allow the two of them to switch places from the very beginning.
Wait, but Mukuro had a tattoo on the back of her hand, right?
That is true.
Junko never had any tattoo like that, did she?
Makeup?
I guess. Would be easy enough to
Could have
conceal.
hidden it with foundation or something like that.
Yeah, good point.
If she did, it likely melted away in the explosion, exposing the tattoo after the body was extinguished.
Nice save, Kyoko.
Plus, there were the fake nails found on the hands of Mukuro's body. They were the same fake red nails she was wearing when we all met for the first time.
But if she really did use foundation,
What, Toko?
Correct. Even if there was no tattoo on her hand, I couldn't say for certain it wasn't Mukuro.
Good job, Kyoko. Cut off Toko before she gets a word in.
So I'm glad nobody noticed that glaring hole when we were trying to figure out who attacked Makoto.
Oh. Okay then.
But too bad for you, Monokuma. You can't deny it anymore.
No siree.
You're trapped.
Wait, so
Ensnared.
this whole thing was a setup from the very beginning?
What a shock.
If that's true, it was quite an elaborate plan to be sure, making it look like Mukuro was Junko.
Well, it was pretty elaborate, but so is this whole thing.
The reason such an elaborate plan was possible is because the two of them were working together.
So Mukuro, the ultimate despair, teamed up with someone like her. In other words, it would be fair to say that Junko herself was also the ultimate despair.
Yep, she was the other one.
What's wrong? Lost the will to fight back?
No words.
I think he's just afraid.
Afraid?
Uh-oh.
What's that mean, afraid?
Uh-oh.
Fear is only possible where hope is possible. I only have despair, so fear is an alien concept to me.
Alright, whatever you say, Monokuma.
Why haven't you been saying anything?
Because it's a bunch of nonsense. Junko's my secret identity?
Mm-hmm.
As if.
Then why did you try and protect Junko's real identity?
Yeah, the photos.
I tried to protect her identity.
You did.
Yep.
When
She wasn't
did
in any
I
of the
do
photos.
that?
Or face wasn't anyway. And them have different faces for all we know. Well, we pretty much know ourselves, but... So he still refuses to admit it, but... He can try to deceive us all he wants. It doesn't matter. Because I've already figured it out. He tried to hide Junko's identity, and not just once, but twice. The first time was during our latest investigation. What would that be? Where are the photos?
There,
This
good
one?
photo.
Presenting the right evidence. Is that not the right one?
Shoot!
Oh, what the hell? That doesn't work either?
How did we embarrass ourselves? We didn't even like show it.
Yeah, according to him, we didn't even show it. What the hell? The DVDs? Because I think he stopped it before we saw hers, maybe?
Okay.
Let's see.
I got it!
Okay.
Okay, that was it.
While I was in the AV room, watching the DVD of our interviews with the headmaster.
It wasn't just a monitor, the DVD player itself had apparently turned off. Which of course meant that the DVD wasn't playing anymore. What the heck just happened? And of course, he showed up and had it broken. What a dick. What a dick move. Yeah, we know.
You made sure I couldn't finish watching the video. And the reason you did that is because you didn't want me to see the real Junko, did you?
Oh, yeah! If everyone was in that video, of course Junko would have had to show up.
And if Makoto saw the real Junko, it would have been totally obvious that the Junko we met was an imposter.
Yep, probably.
That whole power outage thing was just a fluke.
Oh yeah, sure. No, it wasn't a fluke. The mastermind definitely orchestrated that power outage. And that's not the only time they tried to hide Junko's identity. The mastermind tried to cover up one other piece of evidence. I've got to reveal that. Alright, now's the time for the, photo? Was it gonna be an argument? Moment of truth. Oh, again? Oh, snap.
Oh. Aww.
He's just roaring at us the entire time?
What?
Oh.
What do you want?
Rawr.
What do you want?
He sounds so cute.
Are you
So sad.
sure about this? What are you even talking about?
Huh. Here we go. It's so silly. All right, do you have the photos?
That's
I guess that's
impossible.
good. Oh wait, that's the wrong one. The wrong photo. Damn it. Group photo.
Group photo.
There we go. I just saw a photo. I'm like, that's it. I'm like, no way, it's the photo there.
Wrong photo.
They tricked me. How dare they? So rude.
At least
The
we still had
video
time.
wasn't the only thing you tried to cover up. You did the same thing with this group photo.
All the group photos.
Oops.
Oh.
Just one little mistake.
I noticed it just a little while ago, when we were all comparing the photos we'd gotten. In all the photos, there's a certain similarity, an unusual circumstance.
What's so unusual about them?
Well, a certain someone. Oh, do you have to say it outright? And that one. And that one. And that one. And that one. The unusual circumstance is Junko's face.
I got it! Junko's face. The one thing common to every single photo is that you can't see her face.
And Ifumi getting grabbed by Sakura, most of them too.
It's hard to believe her face would just happen to be hidden in every single picture, don't you think?
Quite the coincidence. Maybe she's just camera shy. She doesn't take a photo unless she's getting paid for it.
And on top of that, in this photo, you can see that Mukuro is clearly visible.
In all the photos.
So in other words, at that point, the two of them hadn't switched yet. With all that in mind, there's no doubt that the girl whose face is hidden here is the real Junko.
Well, yeah, makes sense.
Which is why you had to have pictures that didn't show her face. Because if we could have seen her face, then it would have clearly revealed
It would have been obvious.
that the Junko in the pictures wasn't the Junko that we knew.
Xanadu!
Xanadu.
I believe everything Makoto said is true.
So do I.
Junko and Mukuro switched places before we met either of them.
So she killed Mukuro, who had taken her place, making it look like she'd died.
Oh yeah.
And the real Junko
It was a really complex
is
plot.
still alive.
And she's the one behind this whole murderous situation. this killing game.
Mm-hmm.
She's the true mastermind and the ultimate despair.
Yes.
Xanadu times 2!
With this, the identity and the crimes of the mastermind have been exposed.
No, wait, hold on!
What are you gonna do now?
Don't bother trying to deny it. There's no more room for debate. You don't have anywhere left to run. I'll prove everything, right now.
Oh? Oh, we have to piece it together, I guess.
Wow.
All right. We didn't get to do this last time, so let's see.
There's a lot of boobs here.
There are a lot of boobs. Jeez, look at them all. Very nice. Okay, so this is where we're meeting everyone. We say hello to...
Boobs.
Now, I guess, yeah, boobs. I guess this was, Makuru, Junko,
Correct.
in the beginning. So, what happened next? Oh, this is like jumping ahead a bit. So, alright, I have to piece this together first.
Is it like that? No, to the right. Is it like Junko with Mukuro behind her? Like, oh, secret Mukuro?
Secret Junko?
I don't know. Is that what that is?
Secret, Mukuro? It could be. I don't know, like, what would go here. This is when they're being introduced, and that's really, Mukuro, according to what we think so far. So that would make sense, I guess? Alright, I'll go along with that for now. Let's see, this is when she was attacking Monokuma, and then she got killed.
See, in there it has secret Mukuro
Yeah,
too,
so I think that's what the trying to see for this one, too. This is when she was in disguise. She
Yeah.
was still in disguise here. Then the real thing carried off her body. And, going down the hall,
that one.
putting it into the thing. Or, wait, no, that's... Yeah, take it... hold on a second. I'm not too sure.
He should be putting it in, no? But then why is he taking it out?
Oh, wait, I got it. So, yeah. This is when, the mastermind went to take the body out of the, morgue. Then carrying it down the hall. Then placing it down on the floor. So we jumped ahead a lot there. I wasn't sure when this was exactly taking place, but I got it now. Alright. Then they tried to attack us in our sleep. I guess the knife coming down?
Yeah, probably, right?
Maybe? Yeah, I'll probably do that one, so I'll make sure. I guess. And they're about to stab us, but then...
There was one with Kyoko. Look,
Where?
Kyoko saves us.
I guess so, but which part does she save us at? In the first one or the second one? Because there's two here.
Is it both Kyoko ones? Because look, there's two Kyoko saving us ones too.
How do I see what this is? Because, like, I don't know exactly what that is. This is her opening the door and seeing? Is that what she's doing in that one?
I don't know.
Like, she comes in the room, and then this is her... I'm not too sure. You get a better look when you make it big like that, but I'm still not sure. What do you think? Which one goes where?
Maybe the first one is her opening the door. Yeah, maybe it's like that.
Maybe? I'm so uncertain, though.
And now it's putting the mask on the body.
Yeah.
There, that one.
But look how old this one is.
Yeah.
So ancient. And this one, it would be, I think it was like back when, whatever's taking place. Act 5, this is when she went to take it off. So this is when we first found the body. Before it exploded.
So, that one.
And then they were watching, blah, blah, blah. The bomb went off and then the body was in ruins.
Mm-hmm.
So I think... I'll check real quick. What is this supposed to be?
The furnace. The,
Holy back then.
The garbage thing.
All right, let's give it our best shot here. I think we got everything. Just a few things I'm confused about, but let's see.
You!
It's hard to tell these things sometimes.
Yeah, it really can be.
Even if you know
Bum-bum.
exactly what happened.
Fashionista, Junko and Oshima, right after we all arrived here. But that wasn't the real Junko.
So it actually went quicker than I thought it would.
Mm-hmm.
Much quicker.
The girl we saw before us was actually the 16th student who had taken Junko's place. And that girl's name was Mukuro Ikusaba.
What a trick. But still, I don't know why, what was the point of killing her? They were working together.
I don't know, just to make it look like it wasn't her?
But then, why would they agree to it? I mean, I guess they didn't tell her, but Still don't see the point.
I don't know.
Seems to me like it would have been more useful having someone on the inside working with you, but maybe there'll be a reason later. Maybe she was gonna betray them.
Junko
Maybe.
and Oshima.
Well, so far so
Her
good.
body was kept in a biolab, which had been converted into a morgue, until Junko decided to put her body to use.
Dun dun dun.
Junko dragged the body out of the biolab, using the tarp to carry her to the garden. She fabricated the murder to try and frame Kyoko, who'd proven to be one big thorn in her side.
Oh yes, one big thorn. I have to say, even though sometimes it's a bit tough to know which parts go where and like what a part's supposed to be a train, I think this is my favorite part of the trial. Just so cool.
Meanwhile, she wanted us all to think Mukuro was still alive and hiding somewhere inside the school.
Oh, all right, so that
Put
part
on a
works.
mask and then
Yay.
attacked him.
Yeah, I think they could have more of like the door and frame there to show what
After
exactly it
making sure
was.
I'd gotten a
Yeah,
good
it's
look
very
at the mask,
misleading.
She left the room.
It's ambiguous. That's what it is.
Yeah, that's the word.
Then she put the same mask on Mukuro's body.
You remember, like, I don't remember which trial it was, but like the second trial or something, we got like just one thing wrong at the end. Like, oh, really? Just replace
This
this
was
one
all to
part.
make us
But I think we were able to
think
skip
the
most of
person
it,
who attacked
so that was
Yeah.
good.
And the corpse were one and the same. She wanted us to believe the murder had only recently taken place.
See you later, Toko. And they were quite pleased with
By
themselves.
strapping a bomb to the body, she was able to destroy any remaining evidence. She needed to hide the body's true identity. She had to make sure we didn't find out it was actually the same person we'd met in the beginning. This is the truth behind Mukuro's murder.
What an evil
And
plot.
the one who carried it all out is the true mastermind. The one controlling Monokuma.
Yes.
The real Junko and Oshima.
Of
I wonder
course.
how different she looks.
I want to see. Will we get to see her?
That's the whole story behind this incident. Well, what do you have to say to that?
Do you have any words? Or none at all?
What? Are you broken again?
You can't get out of this, so don't even try.
No words?
Come on! It's time
Maybe
you
she
finally
left.
revealed
Maybe she's coming this
yourself.
way. That'd be interesting.
It's not like you're an endangered species or something. How long do you plan to keep hiding?
Oh, but that means we don't get to hear from Monokuma anymore, if that's true.
Oh.
How sad.
Give it up, Junko. The game's over.
Over.
Oh, wait.
Did you really think the story would end once we reached the climax of the case?
Well, not exactly.
Wrong! There's still
I knew it wouldn't be
plenty
that simple.
more to go.
What's this?
What? Oh,
There we are. Yeah, no freckles. And the eyes are different too.
bluer.
All right then. There's the real thing.
We have been waiting so very long for peasants like you to appear.
What?
Whoa, I was not expecting that. I think she might be a good match for Byakuya though. Toko, you better start worrying.
If you swear your fealty to us, we will reward you with half of the entire world.
What?
We've even drawn up the deed already. We will grant you honor, status, in some of our home cooking.
What do you think about all this?
What is happening right now?
This is so odd.
Have you made your choice? Will you serve under us?
Okay, whatever. Or, no thanks.
Oh, did you think I was being serious? Sorry, I was just messing with you.
What the hell's going on here?
She's crazy.
She is pretty crazy.
It's been so long since I've had an audience. Even I'm not sure what kind of role I'm supposed to play.
Really? This is the mastermind? She's the real Junko Enoshima. She's absolutely crazy.
Anyway, looks like I finally
I love
been
the
set
model
free.
pose.
Yeah. It's just completely drone
Vogue.
voice.
Having to play Monokuma all the time, day after day. It was like I was stuck in purgatory, or like a slow suicide. I get bored so easy, you know?
Your face.
What about her face?
Huh? What about my face?
What's wrong with your face?
What's wrong with my beautiful face? People have told me I'm cuter than 100 chihuahuas combined.
Have they?
I feel like this isn't the
She's
first
a
time
model,
I've
you
seen
idiots.
You guys really didn't know this? No, I do remember seeing it. We talked about this before. I'm sure I've seen her too. Somewhere. Definitely before I got to school. Before arriving at school.
Right? Because she's a model?
That's right.
None of the other ones make
It
sense.
was before I ever came to this school. I remember seeing a magazine cover.
Yeah, come on, guys. Get it together.
And you were on it.
Jeez, how do you go from a model to like the complete despair of the world?
I don't know.
Interesting career.
Wow, you have a pretty good memory.
Wow.
I guess that's why you've made it this far. Huh.
Oh my god. I love it so much.
So I was right. Then what you told me in the main hall when this all began.
Well, I mean, that's not her that said it, but it was what, you know, what's her name said. I've seen her on tons of magazine covers, but I feel like that doesn't quite match up to reality.
Huh? Oh, are you talking about my cover photos and junk? Well, of course. Those are totally photoshopped.
Yeah, not as much as we thought then. Photoshopped? What is that?
Yeah, you know, edited to hell and back with like computers and junk.
Oh, so they aren't real.
Sometimes a little lie is necessary to keep things moving along. Wouldn't you agree?
Her voice is my favorite in the whole
That
game.
explains why she didn't quite seem the same. Because she was a different person all along.
I want to hear her say
does
like,
explain it.
"Woohoo."
I'm me.
How
Yeah.
can she do it?
Mukuro is Mukuro. She tried her best. But there's just no way she could have passed as the ultimate fashionista.
No,
Well,
no
of course
way.
not. She just didn't have the same vitals, I can tell.
Two people can never
As they
become
say.
one as long as the walls of mind and body exist. Not even if they're twins.
Twins.
Wait, they were twins?
Twins?
Ah.
I know, it's such a cliche.
I know.
I'm almost embarrassed to admit it. So basically, Mukuro and I had your stereotypical twin relationship.
That's right. I thought they might have been twins like before I saw what they looked like, but then when I saw what they looked like, I'm like, oh, maybe they weren't after all twins. But all right, I guess they were again.
Like I had said that evil twin comment, and then I was like, oh, I guess no.
Yeah, when we went to the other episode where we finally saw what she looked like, I was like, oh, I guess I was wrong about that at least. But all right, I guess they don't necessarily have to be identical twins. They were fraternal or whatever.
The older sister, tough and proud. That was Mukuro. The younger sister, smart and cute. That was...
Me! Junko fucking Enoshima!
Well, that wasn't quite what I was expecting, but looks like she has another personality switch as well.
And together, we were the Despair Sisters, aka the Ultimate Despair!
Oh my god. Never mind.
Oh my god, this just got so much better.
Whoa! She's a totally different person
She's next
now.
to you, Hero.
Hero, you might want to be a little quiet there.
Like I said, I get bored easy as hell. I even get fucking bored with myself.
How are you doing over there? Are you just stunned?
I'm stunned.
What is she doing with her tongue? She's acting like Toko or Jill.
But if you're twins, why do you have different last names?
That is a good question I was wondering too at one point.
Oh, that again? You have any idea how many times people ask me that shit?
I also like how she has the Monokuma faces in her, like where her bow would be for the other girl.
Maybe it's new to your dumb ass, but it bores me to tears. Answering the same questions over and over?
Well, how many times were you asked that question lately? There's no one else around.
Just make up whatever answer you want. I don't give a shit. The truth's fucking lame anyway.
Okay.
All right, sorry. I like how calm she is in her little one on the left.
I know.
But if she was your twin, that means you killed your own sister?
Did she just get bored again?
And for reasons deeper and darker than the ocean. As if.
All right, never mind then.
Well, I suppose I'd better explain.
Oh.
Oh,
Cool.
all right.
She got glasses too, and
Popped her boobs out more.
yep, a lot more popped up.
For my plan to work, someone had to be able to control the killing game from behind the scenes. The so-called mastermind had to operate Monokuma, keep an eye on everyone, things like that.
Yeah, really complicated stuff.
But after looking at the situation, I determined it would be impossible for Mukuro to perform such duties. Because naturally, she turned out to be the letdown of the family,
Damn.
Wow.
leaving me behind to run off and join some band of mercenaries. Such a disappointment.
That is pretty random, I have to say.
So, I decided to play the role of director and have her join the rest of you in your school life. I could have let her work alongside me, but she would have been useless to me that way.
Wow.
Besides, 15 students seemed like a solid number to start with. Of course, the fact that she was the ultimate soldier posed something of a problem.
Oh, I see.
She had what I call the 3 atrocities. Atrociously ranked, atrociously filthy, atrociously repulsive.
Damn.
It was atrociously clear just how out of touch she was with the rest of society.
How harsh.
Meanwhile, my ultimate fashionista status has an undeniable appeal that I didn't want to go to waste.
And that's why you switched identities?
Sadly, her inability to match my personality was even greater than I'd calculated. It was a lost cause.
Wow.
She was nothing more than a bit player, an extra unworthy of lines.
Yeah, the first Junko was a bunch of an extra, wasn't she?
Oh yeah, also because she died right away, so we never really got to know her. So that was part of it too.
Being the utter disappointment that she was, anyone would have expected her to get killed off right away.
She just holds nothing back on this.
Which
Nope.
is precisely why I killed her. To meet everyone's expectations.
Oh, because the dumb blonde always dies first in the horror movies.
I guess so. Yeah, and I guess that's who they were talking about in the first place? When she was having that discussion with Sakura way back when? Huh.
Can't be your only reason.
Because remember, you know, when Sakura was talking with the mastermind in that, like, one scene we saw? We didn't know it was Sakura at the time, but they're like, oh yeah, we were planning up to kill, like, one person, but then that other person already acted and caused the murder to happen. So they're planning to kill off, whatever her name is, Makuro, way back in the beginning as the first murder, but then she just ended up being a punishment instead.
Right.
Well, no, of course not. I also did it to
Interesting.
avoid becoming bored.
Of course.
I've never been a stickler for following a plan to the letter, you know?
Of course not.
If I planned everything out and knew just what was gonna happen, that'd be so boring.
What do you think about this now?
I'm horrified.
Terribly
I changed
horrified.
things just a bit and decided to use Mukuro to make a little point.
In other words, Mukuro's death was a one-sided, premeditated act of betrayal,
Yeah, sounds like it.
just as I suspected.
She had no regard for life.
When Mukuro was killed, she must have been as surprised as
I would
anybody
assume
else.
She
so.
was.
Most people would be.
What? Huh? This wasn't supposed to...
Yeah, and this is what I saw way back when. I was like, oh, that looks really, really odd.
Why me?
So you figured it out? Well, you're right. There's no way Mukuro could have pulled off such a convincing performance. But she
Jeez,
did
let up
teach
on it.
you all a very valuable lesson, don't you think?
How can you talk like that? You sacrificed your own sister. How does that not even bother you?
What? I sacrificed her? That's what's got you so hot under the collar? Jeez, misunderstandings sure are scary.
Oh, shut up.
We were the ultimate despair, you know? So we never had any kind of hope or expectations.
I love how now Hiro just looks so horrified
I
constantly.
know.
Nope, I felt despair as long as I can remember. Like I never should have been born at all. When I was born, I cried tears of total despair.
What is happening?
I have no idea. Like, you don't even know if this person's telling the truth or not about
So
anything.
that's why for us, it's not a big deal whether we die or kill.
You just can't believe a word that comes out of her mouth, really.
We're just those kinds of people. We can do anything. We've always been filled with despair. So when we do something, we go all the way and live without regret.
So you just murdered your own sister and didn't think anything of it?
That's not true at all.
What?
Wow.
Jeez, how many people are in there with you?
We were twins.
Why are there
How could I
mushrooms?
not be sad?
I have no idea. It's so bizarre.
That's why it gets me so excited.
Okay.
Killing my precious sister with my own 2 hands. That act is filled with so much despair. You can't help but put a super in front of it. It's like super, 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 super despair. No, more than that. Super, 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 super despair.
Do you think that's enough supers?
No.
No,
It just
not quite.
feels so good.
What the hell is wrong with you?
Even Hero doesn't know what to say.
And my sister too. In that moment of death, I think she must have felt that despair.
I'm sure anyone would.
After all, to be murdered by your own sister, and only as an example to someone else,
It's pretty cruel.
she must have died feeling such excruciating hopelessness. I'm so jealous of her. Super jealous.
I knew you couldn't.
Well, we
be
could
just
help you
some
along with
ordinary
feeling
person.
some of that pain if you
You're some
want.
kind of abnormality.
Well, no shit, Byakuya.
Turning your own despair into some kind of fetish. Abnormality doesn't even begin to describe it.
Sounds like something that almost Toko would enjoy. I had to say.
Like,
She's taking
genocide
notes down right
Jill
now.
is crazy for sure, but this is a whole nother level of nuts.
Yep.
You're saying I don't compare to some lowly beast that can only kill the weak, right? So I'm hopelessly attractive, hopelessly brilliant, hopelessly athletic. I'm the
Sure.
hopelessly perfect ultimate human.
Hopelessly pathetic.
Oh.
No, I don't think there's anything perfect about anything you just said.
Oh, you tell her, Byakuya.
Yeah, Master's way more perfect. Cause on top of everything else, he's got that noble blood.
Oh, of course.
Don't you mean
Oh.
that noble blood?
What does that mean?
What did you just say? What do you mean by that?
Oh, shit.
You still haven't figured that part out yet?
She did it.
Man, you guys are so slow.
Now she's doing the Monokuma voice.
You haven't even solved all the mysteries, and yet here you are, yapping away.
You know, I guess maybe you should have done the voice after all that, but we didn't know back then.
You did a better job.
Talking about our memories?
Thanks.
You've already solved this mystery, right? I'm the killer. So how about the next one?
I have to say, I quite enjoy this.
Maybe you should solve the riddle of your missing memories. Then you can start floating.
Damn straight. That's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to solve all these mysteries.
I wonder if they like sell those as a product. Like
I'm
whatever company
sure
makes the
they
game,
have
they have like
to.
they sell little Monokuma bears.
I'm sure they must.
We'll have our victory.
It'd be silly not to.
I can't wait.
All right, then let's just get straight to the point. What memories did you steal from us?
What do you think, Hero? Should be obvious to everyone at this point.
When the group pictures were taken, and those interviews, it must mean I got it. It must have something to do with our entrancing exams.
I don't think it's about the exams themselves.
What?
No fair! At least give us a hint.
Your brains are like sponges, all drippy and leaky. I already gave you a hint before. All the memories you lost share something in common with a few other things. Do you recall?
Do you recall?
A few other things? I thought it was just everything to do with the school.
Yeah, everything to do with getting to school, and I assume the tragedy, whatever that was. Thinking back to what Monokuma told us, the memories that were stolen from us and what they must be related to.
Oh, the motives, right? Didn't he say that?
Yeah.
I got it. You're talking about the motives you provided to try and get us to kill each other, right?
So you do remember after all. Well,
Well
I
done.
would hope you wouldn't
Spectacular.
forget something so important. It was stupid of me to even ask. I
Oh.
apologize from the bottom of my heart for my bad manners.
Okay, you're forgiven for that, but not for other things.
So then, let me ask you another question.
Sure, I'm almost afraid to hear it.
Did you notice that each motive I presented you had a specific theme to it?
Huh?
Did it now? Each motive.
Yep, you got it. So that's my question to you all.
Okay. Well,
This is my favorite of her personality.
what was the first thing? The first thing was the like the tapes from back
Families or
home.
whatever.
Yeah, the family. Then there was secrets and money and I don't know.
When Sayaka was murdered, what was the theme of the motive I presented?
Families?
Home,
Friends? Home?
love.
Something like that. Gave us those DVDs. Put it to my family. On Sayaka's, they were her friends and her friends. They had a dream they all shared. So for the first murder, the motive that was given was,
Human connections.
I guess so, international relations.
Love triangles.
Love triangles? I hope
With our
not.
parents and sisters.
Oh man, that's horrible.
Was human connections.
Makoto's not a Lannister. Come on.
Ding, ding, ding. You got it.
Dang, dang,
Remember
dang.
those DVDs I
So
gave you
excited.
guys?
Yeah, I do.
Each video showed the total destruction of your most important relationships.
Yeah, it's pretty cold.
For example,
Our favorite couch.
your family. For example, your friends.
For example,
I ruined all those relationships and showed
You
you
did
the
it personally?
results.
Really?
It was to motivate your desire to escape and kickstart your urge to kill. But still, what a cruel thing to do.
Yeah.
You're the one that did it.
Yes, well, I'm perfectly happy to accept your disapproval.
I noticed.
Okay.
no,
here we
not
go again.
this one.
Question.
Ultra cutesy voice.
I hate this one.
I bet some people love it.
What was the theme for the second motive?
The second one, that was the secrets, right?
Yes.
Yeah. How I wet the bed. So the theme was past, I guess. A strong heart. Yeah, a strong heart. Like
But a
okay,
weak
the bed.
bladder.
A weak bladder. Yeah.
Yay! Makoto got it right again.
Got it in
That
one.
time the theme was embarrassing memories and secrets. Yeah! And the whole reason Mondo did what he did was to protect his secret.
Yeah, that was part of it, I guess.
But not
So,
really.
how long do you plan on dragging this out?
Relax, relax. Okay, on to the next question.
Yeah, to say, along with Byakuya, I'm not sure what the point of this all is. Yeah, we get what the themes are, but how does that add up to anything?
So, what was the motive for the third murder?
I was just straight out money, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So I don't even know what the point of that one was. She wanted to buy a European castle and live there with a bunch of handsome men that were vampires. Well, it's Twilight books. Greed? I guess greed, right? Okay.
Yeah.
It was money, wasn't it? Greed.
Seek and destroy! Hell yeah, you got it again!
Okay. What is going on with her?
Goddamn straight it was money! Celeste killed Hifumi and Taka for a little personal gain.
That's just so simple.
Her greed led to all kinds of death and destruction.
What's the point of all this? Why are you making us go through this case by case?
That's what I was asking.
Don't worry, sweet cheeks. Just one
Sweet
more to go.
cheeks.
Oh my. Okay.
Now, can you tell me the motive behind crazy ass Sakura's crazy ass death?
Well, she was gonna reveal
Honor?
her secret. Well, that's kind of already a thing. Honor? Yeah, what are the options? I'm not sure exactly. How did the Monica exposing Sakura's secret? So the theme of the motive in the fourth case was secrets? Or blackmail?
Or betrayal because she felt guilty?
I don't know. Which one do you think it is?
I don't know. Didn't we already have secrets as one?
Hold on a second. Let me think. Cheating. No, the second one was actually the past, is what it was. So I think I just wanted to explain it out. So yeah, the second one we chose is past, so that doesn't necessarily count for secrets. So this could be secrets, but it could also be betrayal. I'm just gonna go secrets.
Okay.
Oh, I guess not, since there's no voice acting. It's usually wrong. Damn it! Just keep it secret, but it isn't that she hid something from us. It's what she had. Her betrayal, I guess. I guess
Oh,
betrayal.
no.
Jeez, I'm just embarrassing myself in front of everyone. It's funny the way he puts it.
We got like 3 embarrassments this case, but all of our embarrassments weren't technically wrong.
It wasn't too embarrassing. I guess betrayal. I mean, it technically is all three,
I know.
but whatever.
In her case, it was betrayal.
It's like when we said there were only 9 murders, and like, no, there weren't.
You see,
That one was such a misleading one. I still disagree with that. You bring it
once
up.
I revealed Sakura's betrayal, that led to everything that came afterwards. Anyway, it looks like you answered all of my questions correctly. How painfully delightful.
So what does that mean?
But what's the point? What meaning is there in asking those questions now?
Relationships? Secrets? Money? Betrayal?
Yeah?
These are all pretty standard motives, right? The most normal of normal. Totally middle of the road.
And your point is?
But of course, those aren't the only motives that exist in this world.
Oh, I'm sorry, we have the queen back again. Let's make sure we're all proper.
In fact, there are as many reasons to kill as there are people on Earth. They compel humans to kill each other, bringing despair to the world. This is what we refer to as the seed of despair.
Okay.
Seed of despair?
Just as water, air, and food promote growth in living things, the seed of despair also needs nourishment. And that nourishment is hope. Despair can grow only in the presence of hope. 2 sides of the same coin, divided by a razor-thin line. Such is hope and despair.
How much longer is this stupid speech of yours?
You know what? I have to agree with Byako. I'm wondering the same thing. Can't we just execute already and get this done with? Like, what the hell is she going on about? It's over.
I don't
Weren't
know.
we discussing our missing memories? Why are you trying to change the subject?
Unless there's something else you have to solve, then let's get on with it.
If you would listen, you would see I'm not changing the subject. We are discussing your memories. What I'm trying to say is, the seed of despair is closely tied to your own memories.
How so?
You see, by taking away your memories, I gave you hope. Of course, that hope merely existed to be consumed by despair.
How could taking away someone's memories give them hope?
And plus, you haven't given us any hope anyway.
Is that so? All you've been able to think about during your time here is how to escape, right? The mere fact that that's what you want proves I gave you hope.
What are you talking about?
If none of you wanted to escape this school, the killings never would have taken place.
I think, yeah, escape was the primary motive for most of them.
Mhm.
Even with the other incentives aside. I think that was one of the more, how should I say, persuasive things you can gain from it.
Right,
Was
right.
actually getting out. Like in the case of Sayaka, yeah,
Mhm.
she wanted to see her friends, but also getting out was mostly what was involved. Same thing for, Mondo, not really. Mondo was just he just got angry at the moment
Yeah.
and reacted. But Celeste, she wanted to just get out of here. She was making up that whole stuff about, oh, you must adapt to survive. She really just wanted to get out with all of her heart.
Yeah.
That is why we took your memories, so that you would have the desire to leave.
That's funny, all things considered, there actually weren't a lot of people that wanted to kill others.
No.
It was really just like a minority of the students, but it ended up doing the most damage.
The only reason we want to leave is because you took our memories. Is that what you're saying?
Correctamundo!
Okay, Fonzie.
Which means if we did have our memories, then we wouldn't want to leave. Do I?
What? Why the hell would having our memories
Just a
make
bit
us
premature.
not want to leave?
A most troubling thought, isn't it? But it's not enough. I want more distress, more despair. I put so much effort into creating hope in order to feed your despair and make it grow. So, just like Crazy Eddie slashing his prices and passing the savings on to you, let me give you a hint.
That sounds oddly familiar, but I don't remember what that's from. Was that like a commercial back in the day?
I don't know.
I have no idea.
Really? Then
Just like
hurry
Crazy
up and
Eddie.
tell us. Okie dokie. Like they say, seeing is believing.
That is what they say.
I'd like for you to see the outside world.
The
Oh,
apocalypse?
alright, I guess we finally get to see. It's about time, the outside world.
You mean the world beyond the school walls?
So something really did happen out
I knew
there.
it.
Now are you interested in what I have to say? You wanna see what's out there?
Yes, show us.
I wanna see too.
That's what it sounds like.
See your
That's how you're supposed to do it.
sink into despair. Now then, open sesame! Behold, the world
What's it gonna be?
beyond the school walls!
What's it gonna be?
An apocalypse.
This is the outside world you've all been so anxious to claw your way back into.
Maybe there'll be a giraffe.
Maybe it'll be a giraffe. Giraffes have taken over. That's what it is. What?
What?
Monokuma's replaced everything.
Oh my god.
That's what it is.
What?
It's blowing buildings
this is
up.
So what?
Their Monokuma people have taken over? A Monokuma
This is
cult?
so ridiculous. Look at it.
It's like the harp. What is it? The Golden Harpies or whatever? Game of Thrones. Sons of the Harpy. Is that what it is? I can't remember the
I
name.
think that's what it is.
It's people with the golden masks.
What the?
It's crazy.
Dangerous. The world has grown so very dangerous. That's what this means.
What are you talking about? None of this makes any sense.
What am I looking at?
This is a scene from a movie or something, right?
What you just saw, all of you should recognize it.
Well, if you took our memories, we should recognize it?
It's Monokuma.
What about should we recognize? The Monokuma face? This whole thing is insane.
That world is locked away within the memories that were taken from you.
Maybe you shouldn't have locked them away. Or maybe you should have made a safe word or something that would bring it back.
If you can't remember, please just try. Do your best to try and recall.
Better kick your brain in the ass, because it's up to that gray lump whether you live or die.
Okay.
I don't remember ain't a fucking excuse no more, because now it's time for the final class trial.
Isn't that what we just did?
We've been doing that for over an hour and a half. Wait, now's the time. Alright, well, we're having some more arguments, I guess. Okay. What's all this? Genocide Jack's memory. See, I thought that was gonna come into play at some point.
Come on, bitches. Remember or
Come on, bitches.
It's so crazy.
happened outside?
You want us to remember or whatever, but when it comes to that crazy, confusing video you showed us, I don't understand a damn thing.
What's the meaning of the footage we saw? Is this another one of your practical jokes?
I mean, you're telling us to remember, but what am I supposed to be remembering?
Nobody. can
There we go.
remember
Wait, let's try this. That does work. Genocide Jack might still remember.
Actually, she might remember.
She.
Who might remember?
Why wouldn't you just use a name? Come on.
The other token, Genocide Jack.
To make it sound all mysterious. That's how it works.
The two of them share certain kinds of knowledge, but their memories aren't linked, right?
I see. If their memories are separate, then even if one personality's forgotten, there's a chance the other may still have those memories.
Let's see. Did the mastermind do their job right?
What do you say, Toko?
Or did they forget something?
Are you telling me to swap places with her?
Yep, that's what we're saying.
No, absolutely not. That'd be like forfeiting my entire identity.
Someone cut themselves.
Yeah, someone just show a little blood.
Toko, you're the only one we can rely on now.
Oh, or that's gonna work. Yep.
Da-da-da-da! It's me, your friendly neighborhood serial killer.
Boy, she just gave in like it was nothing.
Well, it was Byakuya.
I'm going to ask you a question, and I want to have it answered immediately. Do you know anything about this video?
Huh? What video?
The video that's playing right now.
Who the hell are you?
Huh.
Oh, I'm the mastermind.
I guess you didn't recognize her at least.
Oh, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Okay, this is an interesting duo.
That's enough. Just look at the stupid screen.
Aye, aye. Roger, you got it, Captain.
Yeah, looks about right. Stupid Monokuma mob.
It's the
Well,
Statue of
Does it look
Liberty.
familiar?
Ah, I see what you did there.
I don't have all the details, but... Of course it does!
Ah.
Then you remember all the stuff it's showing?
Of course I do!
Okay.
So you didn't lose your memory after all.
Why didn't you say something sooner?
Then why didn't you say something earlier?
Because none of us asked.
I only answer questions when someone bothers
Yep,
to ask
pretty much.
me. I'm the quiet type, you know?
She is not the quiet type.
No, Toko is.
Oh my god, she's the worst liar in the world.
Yeah, really.
More importantly, if you really do remember, what is it?
Huh? What's the matter, Master? Do you really not remember the tragedy?
No, we don't.
A tragedy?
Oh no! You seriously forgot? Maybe I can help you remember with a kiss.
Yes, that's the only true way to
Do
remember.
it.
Just answer the question.
Aw.
What happened out there?
He won't play along.
Well, I can't really say if it happened or if it's still happening, but it was the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history.
Well, we know
Yeah, we
that.
know.
What? Well, we did know that already.
Why is that phrase coming up now?
Because it's all because of that event.
What event?
What is? Are you serious? I'm talking about the way the world is now.
Can you just say what it is?
Is now?
The world's been destroyed, get it?
Yeah, I got it, but how?
Destroyed?
Explain yourself. Tell us everything you know.
Copy that, darling. Okay, so this big, awful, tragic event, they started just calling it the tragedy, happened about a year ago.
But what was it?
It was so big and so bad that even this murderous fiend went pale at the sight of it.
Damn.
I guess you could say what happened was man-made,
Or bear maid.
but it was more on the level of a worldwide natural disaster.
Okay.
Either way, there's no doubt that it was the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. And as a result, in basically no time flat, the world turned out the way it did, and that's that.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, you put it like
right.
that.
That's all there is to it? Come on! There wasn't a single concrete description in there!
Yeah, I noticed too.
Well, it just so happens I don't know any of the specifics. Miss Morose saw it all play out in real time, so why don't you ask her?
We already did, and she didn't know anything. That's why we're asking you.
I couldn't live up to Master's expectations! To die! To die! This is the true tragedy!
Oh, truly.
Okay, that's enough of your little lover's quarrel. Whatever happened, it doesn't matter at this exact point in time, right?
Well, I guess if you say so. But you want us to answer.
The end justifies the means. Everything serves the outcome. In other words, the world has ended. That's the important thing.
How can the world just end? It's the world!
Calm down. It's okay. There's no need to panic.
No need to panic. Just the end of the world.
Every living person will be dead in 100 years anyway. So the world ending isn't that big a deal.
No biggie.
Oh, come on. Now you're just being ridiculous.
Well, as long as we're being ridiculous, I have another ridiculous story to tell you.
What could it be?
It's the story of the Togami Corporation, which
Uh-oh.
has given Byakuya's
Oh,
life
snap.
all its meaning.
What?
This is gonna piss him
What did
off.
you say?
I'm glad to see you took the bait. You bit into it like a middle-aged secretary at an all-you-can-eat cake buffet.
Damn.
What?
Hey, so, what do you think happened to the Togami family?
Well, I'm not sure. What happens if I take all the time up?
No, not that one, the one above it.
Well done, peasant.
What?
I was joking.
Oh, okay. You scared me there for a second. I'm like, wait, did you realize something I didn't? Well, good job at scaring me.
But I didn't say anything yet.
You
I
didn't?
just got so fucking bored waiting, I couldn't
Oh.
help it.
Really? Okay.
Even if you're wrong, eventually you'll figure it out, right? Till then, you're just going in circles.
I'm sorry, I was going in circles.
So, no matter what you pick, you get the right answer. Pretty innovative, don't you think?
Yeah, it is quite innovative.
But do you think it might be a disease? Getting bored so easy, I mean. Do you think I might be sick?
Yeah,
Well,
I
there's
think you might
mushrooms
have
on your
something
head,
wrong with
so-
you.
Anyway,
Maybe a little something.
like I was saying, Byakuya's entire lineage has been totally annihilated.
Except for himself.
What? What the hell are you talking about?
Well, Byaki, old boy, maybe you have to get busy with Toko after all. You don't seem to have a lot of options.
I can confirm that his entire family has died. even the distant relatives. The Tagami name has perished.
Stop with these idiotic jokes!
Stop! And said with such authority. A peasant would dare challenge us? The avatar of divine punishment? You must learn your place, peasant. You are no longer
Oh,
the
no.
ultimate affluent progeny.
He lost his role.
They couldn't possibly be gone. The Togami family is destined to guide the world.
Guide it?
Well, they were.
Hell, there is no world anymore, remember? It got fucked a full year ago.
Hold on. That doesn't make any sense.
Why?
I don't make sense.
There's no way that happened a year
Oh my god, you
ago.
lost your memories. What is wrong with you?
I mean, we only came to this school a few
Makoto.
weeks ago.
For real?
Come
You saw
on.
the photos yourself?
You're
Oh
the one
my
that's pushing this whole
God.
thing. How'd you already forget?
I cannot.
If some kind of world-ending event happened a year ago, then how do you explain the totally normal world we were living in up till then?
Makoto.
Have you considered the possibility that you're mistaken about that?
Yeah, Makoto.
Mistaken?
Well, if I'm understanding you right, it sounds like you think the tragedy happened a year before you arrived here.
Well, yeah. I mean, like he said, we just got here a few weeks ago.
Didn't we already go over the part where we said our memories were taken away from us?
Yes.
So we should be realizing this. Come on, guys.
2 weeks ago? Ooh, I get it. You're saying that what happened 2 years ago actually happened more recently, right?
Oh,
2 years ago?
it was 2 years.
Well, I mean, you guys all started attending Hope's Peak Academy 2 years ago.
Wow, so even longer than I thought.
Yeah, I thought it was 1 year, but
Wait, what?
2 is fine.
2 years ago? What is that?
What the hell is this chick trying to say?
I understand why you'd have trouble accepting it, but in the end, you can't deny the truth.
No, not really.
And the truth is, everything is cause and effect. Deny that, and you may as well give yourself up to God. So, you must surely understand all the hints I've given you so far, right?
Yeah, they were very generous.
What are the memories I took from you?
The last 2 years.
Come now, answer us. Answer with all your heart and soul.
It should be pretty obvious now.
How are we supposed to answer?
I just don't know what's going on
He's a
anymore.
broken man. Byakuya is too at this point. Still, we have to answer somehow. If we don't, everything ends right here. The memories that were stolen from us. What Junko says is true. If we first came here 2 years ago, but the rest of us only remember getting here within the last few weeks or so. So the memories she took from us.
Duh, that's what I
Our
said
life
the
at Hope's
whole
Peak.
time. I don't know why she had to say that it was related to our,
If
like,
we accept
despair
that
or
what you say
whatever.
is true, then we've all lost our memories of the last 2 years after coming to this
That's
school.
pretty much literally exactly what she just said.
Nope. Nope. No. No.
Nope.
I mean, no matter what anyone says.
Hero's going bye-bye.
Another correct answer. Well done, peasant.
Okay.
Seriously? This routine again?
It never gets old.
We've lost 2 years worth of memories?
Damn.
That's right. You've already spent 2 full years here at Hope's Peak Academy.
I guess we've gone past that certain age, as Toko likes to say.
Oh,
Or
yes.
Jill.
And that entire period of time is precisely what you've forgotten.
I don't remember the last 2 years of my life.
I just love her accent like that.
That's not possible.
I want to think that too. I don't want to believe it. But that's nothing but our desire. I don't want to believe. I want it to be impossible. But if it's the truth, then we have to accept it. Oh, now what? We're arguing? What's this about now?
Um,
Alright, I guess we'll say.
2 years worth of memories. I could never lose something like that.
We've been living here for 2 years? Hell
Kyoko's
no!
notebook,
That's
maybe?
impossible! I mean,
The locker
I
notebook?
haven't gone to
The
any
locker
awesome
pocketbook?
school events
Oh,
or
Locker
anything.
Pocketbook, that's what it was called.
Heck, I've never even gone to a single class.
This is all just.
Or no,
surreal.
he has the locker notebook. That's his single
2 years
class.
have passed. How freaking old am
Oh, okay, hold on.
Yeah, he has the locker notebook.
Everyone's so
Alright, we'll use that then.
conflicted.
Alright, we know where to use this now at least.
2 years worth of memories.
I could never lose something like that.
We've been living here for 2 years? Hell no! That's impossible! I mean, I haven't gone to any awesome school events or anything. Heck, I've never even gone to a single class.
There we go.
No,
We broke it up.
You're wrong, hero.
Hero, there's something I'd like you to take a look at.
Yeah, something very, very
This
interesting.
notebook right here.
Huh? Hey, why is my name written on it?
I found it in the locker room on the 2nd floor. If you don't mind, could you take a look inside?
Sure, whatever you want. But I've never seen this notebook before in my life.
I don't doubt it. But your handwriting?
Wuzza, is something wrong?
It's
Wuzza
kinda
wuzza?
similar. No, even more than that.
wuzza.
This is absolutely my handwriting, without a doubt.
I knew it.
But how is this? I don't remember ever writing in this thing. No,
But you did.
no way.
It looks like you actually did attend class here at Hope's Peak. But somehow, you forgot all about it.
As did the rest of us.
Lies. It's all one big lie.
I don't want to believe it either. But there's also no explanation for this pocketbook.
And she has that.
And whose pocketbook is that?
It's mine. And the handwriting inside is also mine. There's no doubt about it. But just like Hero, I have no memory of ever writing in it.
And the reason for that is the 2 years of missing memories?
Mm-hmm.
After seeing all the evidence, do you have any choice but to acknowledge the truth?
It's time to accept it.
Isn't it just so desperately dark? The mystery's solved, but it's like a goddamn funeral in here. Shit, man, I've never been to a funeral. Hell yes!
Well, something new to experience, I guess.
2 years of school life. How many moments of blossoming youth have you missed out on? How many fun classes? How many school events? This was your chance to build lasting friendships, right?
And they were all stolen from us.
And on top of that, something tragically sad happened 1 year ago. The biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. Right before everyone's eyes, the world came crashing down. You absorbed all that despair, but then you forgot it all. And once you'd forgotten, you made the choice to subject yourselves to this killing game. Oh, and there's one other thing. To be even more precise, the memories you all lost were...
Actually, never mind.
Oh.
What's this about?
Explaining stuff is boring.
How dare you?
What?
We are bored of this world.
Well, why don't you leave it?
Everyone always talks big, declaring all the great things they'll do. But then they always fizzle out. This world is just so desperately fucking boring!
What are you talking about?
In a way, I'm jealous of all of you. To give yourself over so completely to such stimulating despair.
Yeah, so figure out the rest for yourselves. I'm sick of expositioning all this shit.
Well, alright then.
Figure out what?
Figure out where your memories come apart. That's at the heart of all of this.
Where they come apart? You mean where we stopped remembering? That'd be when we got into the school. Where memories come apart? Is she talking about the moment where we must have lost our memories? I can only think of one time. Just after I set foot in the main hall for the first time. And that was... when we fainted?
I guess, because it was after we got the acceptance letter.
Yeah, and we came to school, we somehow fainted.
Uh-huh.
I got
Although I thought that was just... whatever.
The moment I lost my
It worked.
memories. I can't think of any time other than that day.
I mean, from what I assume we just didn't faint that day, just where our memory stopped.
Right.
So I guess that we consider that where we
And stepped foot
fainted
in the main
in our
hall.
mind. So that's what it means. Okay.
When I passed out, I I was overcome with a strange sensation.
Wow, you still have enough spirit to keep on talking, huh? So I don't know much about the details, but it seems like everyone remembers passing out, right? And your sense of time got all messed up because of the memory loss after that? I guess it must have been something like that.
After I passed out, I woke up in a classroom with my head on a desk. I assumed not much time had passed since I'd collapsed in the main hall.
But it actually had been 2 years.
But instead, 2 whole years had gone by.
Yep.
The reason it felt so short was because our memories of the time in between had been completely removed.
You got it, honey. 2 years of memories? Poof, gone. Which means, of course,
When everyone met for the first time, it wasn't actually for the first time.
Indeed.
Unaware of this fact, you took the time to introduce yourselves to each other,
But by that point, we'd already spent 2 years together at the school. That's what those photos reveal, isn't it?
Yep, that's what they reveal. You were all such close friends. You spent 2 years together, and then you started killing each other.
Hmm.
And it was all so you could escape into a world that's already been annihilated. What a terribly tragic tale. Even if you left now, there's nothing you could do to fix it.
You're the one who set things up to be like this!
I love you all so much.
Really? You have a funny way of showing it.
What?
Once your school life here began, I thought about you constantly. It's only natural that I would fall in love.
But you're despair, you can't feel things.
So, since I love you guys so much, I'll tell you all
That makes
about
her,
it.
what, a heartless? Or a nobody? Or one of those things.
Both.
Yeah, whatever.
All about the idea we came up with as the ultimate despair. Our plan to bring despair to all mankind.
The ultimate despair? All mankind?
Let's go back in time 2 years, okay?
Alright.
Back to when everyone first came to this school. School life during that first year overflowed with hope and happiness. Oh boy, it was just the worst. Everyone was enjoying themselves so much. You were all having the time of your lives.
But that couldn't last forever, of course. The peacefulness only made it through that first year. Because after that, an event unfolded that hammered a soul-crushing despair into all of humanity.
Whoa.
The biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. The tragedy.
They're never gonna tell us exactly what that was, are they?
No, maybe in a sequel.
Probably not.
All too
This is the
soon,
most
world's
ridiculous
days
scene.
of peace came to a
The
bloody
Monokuma
end.
army destroying cars. They're upset that they lost the football game.
And as you can imagine, the school was no exception. The tragedy even made its way here, leading to the
That one room.
extermination of most of the
Remember?
students.
Most of the students.
What are you?
What do you mean?
The most tragic event in human history, and the ultimate despair that caused it. I can't believe it's all because of just you and Mukuro.
There has to be something more.
Was it some kind of organization? An angry mob? An incredibly
An
motivated
angry
family?
mob.
Yeah, an angry mob that just took over the entire world.
You have a point. If I had to describe it, I'd say it was none of those. How can I put it? It was more of an ideological thing. Despair is contagious, you know. It's almost like a natural phenomenon. Everyone is capable of it. And now the entire world has fallen into despair.
In other words, if you see despair as the enemy, then your enemy is the world itself.
I just don't understand why.
We didn't ask you to try to understand. This was a tangent anyway, unrelated to the matter at hand.
Okay, so let's get back to the story.
All right.
Hope's Peak had taken so much damage. You guys were the only survivors. The members of the 78th class of Hope's Peak Academy were the only ones left.
And then, something super neat happened! Now pay attention, because this is important, and I'm only gonna say it once!
Alright, pay attention.
So guess what? To protect everyone who had survived, Hope's Peak was transformed into a shelter!
I knew it.
We know.
I knew it.
That's right! It was transformed into a shelter!
Yes.
I said it twice!
Oh, she
Whoa,
said she
how
wasn't
could you?
going to.
Now,
Punish yourself.
someone was responsible for that transformation, for creating what would eventually
The
become
headmaster.
your prison.
course.
Obviously.
Do any of you know who that might have been?
I do.
Mr. Kirigiri.
The Prime Minister.
I got it! Could only have been the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy. He wanted to turn the school into a shelter to try and protect us. To protect us from the despair and tragedy taking place outside. That's why he asked us to make that promise. To say that we were willing to live in this school forever.
We didn't have any other choice.
We believe he had something like that in mind, yes. If you, the collective hope of a new generation, could survive, maybe the world could have a fresh start.
Yeah, if only he didn't keep the ultimate despair in the school as well.
I guess
I
he
mean-
somehow didn't figure that out. Maybe if he were a detective.
The headmaster put that
Maybe.
much faith in you.
And you.
Because we had that same hope. That's why we all agreed to live here forever.
But creating the shelter was also his single biggest mistake. It's laughable, really. He was the headmaster, but he had no idea.
How did he not know? What the hell?
He had no idea that we, the ultimate despair, had already made our way into the school. So what was supposed to be a shelter to keep you safe became a cage that made it impossible for you to escape despair.
One evil trap.
I have to say, it really helped me out a lot. It saved me a ton of time.
By the way, it was you yourselves who blocked off the windows, the doors, all the exits.
I doubt Makoto did it.
No, Makoto probably didn't have much of a role in that. Probably Sakura.
Under the headmaster's direction, you all went about your work like obedient little sheep.
You mean we trapped ourselves in here?
And then you forgot all about it and started bitching about how you were trapped in here.
Once you'd finished building your little shelter, it was time for me and Mukuro to get to work. And thus began the killing game.
Me and Mukuro had come here, spending the last 2 years waiting for that moment.
That moment where you all began killing each other served as the climax of our global despair plan.
And the only reason you survived the tragedy was so that you could be a part of it.
Only let us live so we could go around killing each other? Is that what you're saying?
Yep.
What's the point of all that?
Why? Why would you do that?
Because this was so much more than a simple high school deathmatch. Rather, it was a method to hunt down and destroy every last remaining speck of hope in the world.
What are you saying?
Well, it would seem that there's a little bit left out there. A few souls unwilling to give up hope. So I thought I should show them, which is why
Well, why don't you tell me?
So you're
That's why you're
broadcasting it to make
broadcasting
people
it?
depressed by watching it? Why don't they just not watch it, though?
I don't know.
Wouldn't that just be simple? Well, the mastermind did to show everyone in the outside world. That was... was this? Hangman Gambit again. Okay.
Hijack.
The airwaves. Come here.
Get out of the way, see?
There we go. That was simple. That was easy.
Now I understand.
Way too easy.
You're talking about you hijacking the airwaves, aren't you?
Uh-huh. That's exactly what I'm talking about. To show the world the murders taking place at this school, which was meant to be a symbol of hope.
That was the whole point of the ultimate despair. When I said climax, that was what I was talking about. The world watched as you fell into despair and began to kill each other one after another. Despair is as contagious as any disease. Any hope left turns to despair.
Isn't the power of television just amazing?
Well, it sure is something.
By the way, since we started broadcasting, a whole bunch of people have tried to come and rescue you.
Really?
Whoa, really?
Are you serious? But utilizing the heavy weaponry I installed around the school grounds, I had no problem
shit.
expelling them.
Of course.
Expelled them? I have to thank you all. They were a relentless bunch, refusing to give up on hope and trying to force their beliefs on the world. But in the end, I was able to give them the final despair. Death.
So you just used us? To bring despair to everyone in the outside world?
So that was the point of it all.
Well, sure, but I also gave you a second chance at life, right? So it's like, give and take.
Yeah, sure.
Give and take? You're so full of shit!
Whoa, it sounds so unnatural.
Good job, Makoto.
And there's a reason I chose you guys to survive when all the other students were dropping like flies.
Why?
I mean, we built up 2 years of memories together. You were all my treasured classmates.
Sorry, that's a lie. I just figured you'd despair even more when you found out a friend had betrayed you.
And that's the truth, which is what you wanted, right? So, does it make you feel utterly lost and hopeless?
Not quite.
You solved the mystery, but despair at the truth, right?
Don't tell me. Did you seriously count on the possibility that we would solve your mystery?
And if we did, then what? Our final desire for creating this world of despair was so we could experience one last class trial. If you were bold enough to solve the mystery, only to discover that the truth was utterly hopeless, how would you react? What would you do?
Well?
See? Discovering the truth doesn't necessarily lead to a sense of hope.
Well, I still want to beat you.
Truth can be full of despair, too. Like right fucking now.
Truth, full of despair. That's...
Not to mention, all those motives I talked about were totally meaningless.
Oh, well,
I mean,
yeah.
with the world having ended and all.
I figured they didn't really matter.
Meaningless? Then we've been murdering each other for nothing?
Well, none of us did, actually. By the virtue of us being here.
And think about it. You chose to lock yourselves up here, then started murdering each other to get out.
But once again, we didn't.
We weren't just random strangers either. We were classmates. We'd spent 2 years together.
No, even I can't laugh at that.
Wow.
Wow.
We get it. We get it, okay? You're totally awesome, right? We get it already. So help us. I'll do anything.
Hero.
Just help me.
Ugh.
A peasant begging for his life? Oh,
Way to go,
how
man. Way to go.
delightful. We've never witnessed such a travesty firsthand.
But I'm sorry to say, begging doesn't work on me. All I want is despair, and there's no reason for it. And since there's no reason, there's no argument against it. There's just no understanding it. No argument, no understanding. What better definition of ultimate despair could there be?
Wait, hold on. You've just been going on about whatever you feel like, but...
Enough of this.
But there's no real reason for us to believe anything you have to say.
Oh.
Huh?
You say the world's fallen apart.
Well then.
But I haven't seen it for myself. So I don't acknowledge it. I don't accept it as the truth.
Until you see it with your own eyes. Truth and falsehood overlap one another. In other words, you're not unlike
I was gonna say.
Schrodinger's cat right now. Is that what you're saying? If so, what then?
Are you saying you won't accept the truth until you can go outside and see for yourself?
Sure, why not? There's no point in worrying about it now.
Well, you better not. You go out into that world and you're all goners for sure. Trust me, I'm not lying about any of this.
Well, even if it's
I already
all
said there are
true,
other people on the outside who try to come to rescue us.
Yeah,
So obviously
so-
the outside world is livable. It's not like radiation or whatever.
And there are other people out there. We could start a resistance or something. We're famous.
Apparently there are already people that are.
Yeah.
I refuse to give in. I refuse to lose to you. For the sake of everyone you've killed.
Huh? Everyone I've killed?
Yep, you're responsible for them all.
What are you talking about? You're the ones who killed them.
I didn't kill anyone. I simply gave you a little nudge in the right direction.
Oh, that's not true. You did kill one person at least yourself.
And that's all it took for you to start killing each other. You're nothing but bloodthirsty animals.
That's why anyone was murdered here, peasant.
Say what you want about hope, but we're all creatures of instinct, right? Despair comes naturally.
Hell yes! That's funny as shit!
No! This isn't just some game to us. It's murder! Plain and simple! You stole our memories, invented reasons for us to do it. You pushed us all into a corner! It's all your fault!
You certainly have a talent for passing the buck, don't you? That must be your hope, huh? But we don't have much time left to keep up this banter. We have to draw things to a close soon.
All right, finally, it's about time.
What do you mean?
I think it's time for your execution.
I'm talking about the vote, of course. You didn't forget about that little rule, did ya?
Well, the thing is, it's easy enough. I mean, it's obvious who's done it. Like, what's there to vote about?
Oh, and also, since this will be the last vote, I decided to change the
Oh,
rules.
bullshit.
Oh, no.
What do you mean change the rules?
What?
You guys so full of hope, and me so full of despair.
What does this mean? What kind of rules are there gonna be?
I've decided to have you vote which one will be punished.
Well, still, why would we vote for anyone else but you?
If even one of you votes to punish Hope, well then,
What?
I'll
do you
consider
mean
that
punish
a
Hope?
win for me, and punish everyone on the side of Hope.
Wait, what?
It's just one person?
Oh, but don't worry, I won't be voting, of course.
Even if you don't, you've still got the upper hand in all this.
It's okay. Nobody would actually vote to kill themselves,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, why would they?
Oh, let me just mention one more thing. When I win to punish you guys, you'll have to stay here till you grow old and die. No fighting, no killing. That's
Oh.
your punishment.
Oh. What?
You mean we just...
We'd have to just live here?
She's saying she'll let us live.
Uh-oh.
If you're not happy with that, then go ahead and punish me and make your way to the outside world.
Well, this is interesting.
Enter a world fallen from grace, where only despair exists, where you'd likely be dead within a day.
What are you saying? So no matter what,
No,
we're doomed.
we're not doomed.
Wait a sec! I just got hit with an inspiration bomb!
What?
Dying of old age is boring as shit, right? The audience at home isn't gonna dig that at all! So, here's what'll happen. One of you will get to experience an instant, super impressive punishment!
Okay.
What? You can't just...
Do you mean to say you'll execute one of us?
I think that is what she's saying, Byakuya.
And I get to decide who's gonna have to suck it down!
Okay.
Makoto, you're up!
Oh, of course.
Me?
Well, we are the ultimate lucky student.
Mm-hmm.
You've been acting up, causing all kinds of trouble. I hate you!
Oh.
Oh, great.
So let me make this clear. Everyone has two choices in front of them.
Well, this is interesting.
If a single person votes for Hope to be punished, then only Makoto will receive a harsh punishment, and the rest of you will live here in peace.
Oh no, what's gonna happen?
If, on the other hand, you desire to see us punished, then you must all leave this place.
I will force you out, ensuring you all die horrible deaths in the outside world.
Oh no, what's gonna happen?
I don't know.
How's everyone else gonna vote?
If you sacrifice Makoto, the rest of you will get to live out your lives.
The thing is, people have voted stupidly in the past.
I know.
Sacrifice me? But that's...
What? Has your resolve softened? Have you lost confidence? Are you afraid of being punished? Don't you have faith in your friends?
No, that's not it.
Some of their voting histories are a little sketchy.
It's okay. You're right to be afraid. It would seem all of those around you have realized the futility of going against me.
Hina, don't you dare. Hiro? Jill? Byakula even? Guys?
It's so beautiful. Your lovely faces, eroded by despair, have come together as one.
Oh no.
Besides,
This isn't good.
Yoko, you could never betray your father, could you?
What?
What?
Yeah, what? That's what I said.
I mean, the headmaster's only wish was that all of you would survive, right?
Well, that's true, but she really didn't care much for her father, at least
Yeah.
not that she remembers. I mean, maybe she did change her mind at the end, but we don't know for sure.
That's why he tried to trap you all here after all. The least you can do is try to honor your dead father's wishes.
Kyoko!
One person's despair is enough to seal your fate. Isn't that just the most hopeless outcome ever?
So, who do you think's gonna give in? Whose despair is gonna sign your death
What's gonna
warrant?
happen?
I don't know.
What's gonna happen?
No one. Nobody's gonna give in to despair.
They better not.
We're not gonna lose to you.
Oh, nothing to say.
So boring. Stubborn till the very end, huh?
A normal voice.
Finally.
Well, that's fine. Then let's just hurry up and get it over with.
I guess we'll see.
It's time for the final vote. Everything will come to an end. Your stupid hope.
And your stupid life.
I guess we'll see at least. The final vote. This is it, the ultimate confrontation. You have to show everyone. I have to make them remember. I have to convince them not to give up. To live in despair. That's not really living at all. What are we doing now? Another argument, okay.
Okay.
What about this? What's all this? Which do you think it's gonna be?
We won't give up.
I don't know yet.
Kyoko and the
As long
headmaster?
as there's hope, we'll never give up.
If I were to die, that would be the end of Hope's Peak Academy. By the way, the air outside is totally polluted, you know.
Really?
The only reason we're okay in here is thanks to the air purifiers in the physics lab.
What is? Are we
There's
supposed to
not
break
much
every
I
one
can
of
use.
those?
If I die, the purifiers will screech to a halt. In other words, as soon as I die, the communal life you've all been living will come to an end.
Meh.
Me.
All of you will have to leave. You'll have to go into the world
I never
outside,
could do it like this.
where only
Apparently
death
that's a
and
thing.
despair.
Finally learning this stuff at the end. I really don't know what to use.
So,
All
what
they're
are you
saying is
gonna do?
dots.
I know.
Will you just die? Is that what you want?
Even Kyoko is
Except
just
she
dots.
can't be
Hers are
clicked.
white.
There is no hope left in the world. When you sleep, it's on a bed of despair.
How evil.
The world is in despair. You are in despair.
If I don't do something, everyone's going to be consumed by despair. We're losing health
Should
doing
we just
this. Oh,
take
shit.
her hope that she said in the beginning and then shoot that at everyone?
I guess we could. It's the only thing that's left. I'll use my own hope to...
Yeah, that's what we
Right,
did.
that's what he's saying then. They do give you
We
hints.
won't give up.
Yeah, so
Where is
when
it?
she
As
says
long as
hope,
there's
or he
hope,
says hope,
We'll never give up.
Yeah, I'll copy
and
my
then
own
just
hope.
shoot it at everyone.
That would be the end of Hope's Peak Academy.
I don't think so. Hero.
Don't
You better have
lose
hope, Hero.
now.
All my fortune-telling senses are telling me not to leave this place.
But Hero. Wait.
But to live means moving forward, right?
He finally realizes.
So even if it's hard, even if we're scared, we don't have any choice, do we?
That's right.
I want to keep on living. I want to open the next door. There must be something new waiting for me. So that's why, no matter what, I need to get out of here.
Right.
The whole fortune-telling thing doesn't matter anymore.
Wow.
What matters is my own gut feelings.
Damn. Hero's growing up.
We won't give up.
All right. Well, luckily it goes back to here.
As long as there's hope,
I'll have to
we'll
copy
never
each
give
time.
up.
If I were to doubt, that would be the end.
I've
Yeah, look,
decided
it
to have
changed.
faith in
Yay.
myself.
By the way,
The air outside is the only reason we're okay in here is thanks to the air purifier.
Don't you give up hope.
Don't lose hope now.
Everyone have hope.
I've been thinking about all this,
Have you?
and I was thinking, at a time like this, what would Sakura do?
Yeah, use Sakura's memory.
You only get stronger by taking adversity by the horns. Confront that thorny path with enthusiasm.
There you go.
That sounds like something she'd say, right?
Mm-hmm.
No. I think that's definitely what she'd say. Which is why yeah! I've made up my mind!
Yay.
We won't give up. As long as there's hope, we'll never give up.
There we
If
go.
I were to die, that would be the
I had to
end.
skip ahead a bit.
By the way, the only reason is thanks to the air. Say whatever
Damn, she
you
has to
want.
talk so much.
If I die, the pure. In other words, as soon as I die, the communal life you've all been living will come to an end.
Meh.
That sound is great.
So funny. All right. 2 left after this.
I don't care either way. I'm fine with whichever one is more interesting.
Okay.
Actually, I may not look like it, but I always hated school.
Really? Never would have guessed.
No matter how I look, still hate it.
So, we count on your vote then?
Oh, but no matter what, Master has to come along with us.
Okay, so I just have to convince Byakuya. That's easy enough, I guess.
We won't give up.
As long as there's hope.
As long as there's hope, we'll never give up.
There we go.
If I were to doubt, that would be the end. By the way, the only reason is thanks to the air. Say whatever you want. If I die, in other words, the communal life you've all.
I can keep on living as long as I have my master's love.
Yeah, of course. What's interesting though is Kyoko didn't have the ones we could shoot.
Mm-hmm.
You'll have to go
Because I
into
guess
the
she was
world
already
outside,
planning on
where only
Hopefully?
death and despair
I hope.
are waiting.
Come on, Byakuya.
Don't lose hope now.
Byakuya?
What's the matter? You're not actually trying to encourage me, are you?
Well, that was the idea.
Ridiculous.
Mm.
It never even crossed my mind that I might give in to
Yay.
despair.
No, of course, never for a Togami.
But don't misunderstand me. I couldn't care in the
Of
slightest
course.
what happens to you.
Well, naturally, I never would have fooled myself to think such a thing.
I just have to keep my word. I swore I would end the life of the mastermind.
Ah.
That's true.
Besides, the Togami family isn't dead, because I'm still alive.
Oh,
Yeah, that's what I
true.
said before. It's
Well-
like, it's still around.
So until
Yeah.
I can restore the Togami family and bring it
Oh.
greater glory
I think
than it's
Toko's
ever
gonna like
known,
that.
Got a lot of work
Gonna
to
like
do.
that a lot. Yeah, exactly.
We won't
How old are
give
you?
up.
Alright, is this the
As long
last
as
one?
there's hope,
Got the.
we'll never give up.
I don't
Copy
know.
just
Do
in
we need the
case.
Kyoko and
If I were-
Headmaster?
Oh, apparently I didn't copy it correctly, but maybe I don't need it.
That would be the end of Hope's
Hopefully. We might need photo of Kyoko and Headmaster, though.
I've decided to have
Oh,
faith in
that's
myself.
probably it, right?
But
If it
hers
does come
wasn't
up.
By the
wasn't
way,
yellow.
The air outside
guess
is
we'll see.
totally polluted, you know. The only reason we're okay in here is thanks to the air purifiers in the physics lab. Say whatever you want. I've made my decision. If I die, the purifiers will screech to a halt. In other words, as soon as I die, the communal life you've all been living will come to an end. I can keep on living as long as I have my master's love! All of you will have to leave. You'll have to go into the world outside, where only death and despair are waiting.
I already said I would claim the mastermind's life, by whatever means necessary.
Nice.
So, what are you gonna do? Will you just die? Is that what you want?
There.
There we go. Oh, wasn't that?
No, we needed
Damn
hope.
it. We didn't copy it correctly.
Shoot!
Damn.
What a shame. All right,
We won't give up.
let's get serious this time.
As long as there's hope, we'll never give up.
Okay, maybe we should fast forward
This time I will.
I've decided.
By the way,
Yeah, first I was like, oh wait, did it not? Did I like either miss it or did it not copy because we needed that one? I wasn't sure. It actually is kind of funny that we never actually used that photo. I think that might have been the thing at the very end that's going to come into play.
Will you just die? Is that what you want?
Now we'll use this.
Don't lose hope now.
It's as simple as just arguing for hope.
I didn't really know my father, so I can't pretend to know what he was thinking. But even if we're just connected by blood, there's one thing I am sure of. He would never want us to abandon Makoto and choose to stay here.
No.
I can't explain why exactly. But if I'm sure of anything, I'm sure of that.
It would have been pretty clever if they actually did use the photo at the end to convince her.
Yeah.
That's kind of weird.
Just because we don't actually know anything, does that mean we can't understand? Could it be that... No, never mind.
What?
So, Makoto, I don't think you wound up at this school because you had good luck or bad luck.
What?
I think you came here for a different reason entirely.
What does that mean?
You came here to bring down the ultimate despair.
So are we the ultimate hope?
You came here to
I guess
confront
so.
despair without ever giving up. And if that's true, I think we could call you
Lame.
the ultimate hope.
The ultimate
What do
motivator.
you think?
I think I don't like that name.
We got a new title now. Oh, yes, it's been added to the Truth Blow section. Nice.
So uncool.
It is uncool.
Hey, how dare you
Your
guys?
stupid faces, the stupid things you've said, the stupid way you all treat each other. It's all so uncool, so unhip.
How could you be so unhip?
Shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up! Lame, 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 lame!
I'm not any kind of elite anything. Hope isn't a talent you develop, but still. But I still. What now? There's more? Oh, one last confrontation. All right then.
You suck. What do you want?
Oh wait, how do I?
So uncool. You
There we go.
dare to stand against us. Hope is a joke. Who are you? Your idiocy is here.
Just absolute mashing at this point.
You're
From
gross.
despair. I just love this.
Sometimes it's not shooting. I guess because the battery is low, like I said before. It's kind of annoying though.
So uncool. You're a
We're about to run out of thing.
I know.
Hope is a joke. Who are you?
I guess that
Wow,
doesn't
we actually
matter.
have to do it for
Would you
once.
like to die?
You're gross. Suffer from despair.
Oh, there we go. The ultimate hope.
Despair into tomorrow.
Take that.
Keeps on going.
Shut your mouth.
I refuse to give up. I refuse to get bored. I refuse to throw it all away.
Yeah, you tell her.
I refuse to despair.
You go, Makoto.
Because all I have going for me is the desire to keep moving forward.
What's going on? What's happening?
It's like the Energizer Bunny.
Aw, I loved him.
He just keeps going and going.
What happened to him?
Oh, we got the results. Nice. It's over.
Finally.
That means it's actually over.
I am energized.
I feel energized after all that. All right. Where's our Monokuma coins after all that? Oh, we actually do get them. Okay. Sure. I was just joking. I don't see the point of them now.
Reached the end. I think it may be time to vote.
I think I agree with you.
We just gotta pull the lever, right?
All right. Make sure you pick the right candidate, though.
Good. I'm ready to go.
I thought we were
No
voting on
mistakes.
who we wanted.
Let's put an end to these trials. Put an end to the killing. With our own hands.
Okay. We actually voted correctly. Nice job, everyone. So proud of you.
The hell?
Yep.
Indeed.
You've lost, Junko.
I lost?
Yeah, I think you lost.
I lost? Me? No way!
Well, that's just...
It can't be!
You still don't accept it? Even the ultimate despair herself is vulnerable to the onslaught of despair, it would seem.
What the heck?
But there's no use trying to fight it now.
Well,
It's
that's
over.
Just... totally the best!
What? Are you like Toko now? Huh?
So this is despair.
Okay.
We came to this school 2 years ago, created our incredibly detailed plan. I even killed my own sister for it.
And now I...
To come this far and fail at the very end,
True despair.
it's the most ultimate despair.
Okay. Whatever you say. What are you talking about?
And now I...
Don't you see? I was so hopelessly desperate. I was bored of the world the moment I was born. That's why I've been looking forward to this so desperately, this once-in-a-lifetime experience. It is my first and last colossal despair, here at the moment of death. To have the chance to taste of the highest grade despair, the utter failure of my dreams.
True despair.
I am so hopelessly happy right now.
Well, good for you, I guess.
Huh?
Wait, is she enjoying this?
Well, let's let her enjoy it.
Anyway, so are you prepared to admit defeat? You think I care whether I won or lost?
Well, you probably did, otherwise you wouldn't have gone through all that.
Either way, it doesn't change a thing.
We'll see about that.
Totally the best!
Outside is only despair. Inside is only despair. No matter where you go, despair awaits you.
But that's not true.
Not possible.
You're wrong. Huh?
Don't make me repeat myself.
Let me tell you this right now. We no longer fear despair.
Okay.
Because we've decided to enter the outside world with hope.
Yeah! Makoto totally seduced us over to his side. Okay. Are you in agreement? Me. Everyone.
Hey,
You said that despair is as contagious as any disease.
however,
But the same is true of hope. All you have to do is look at us to see how true that is.
Kyoko.
No.
Stop it. Stop. I hate those faces you're making. To see those awful looks causes me nothing but pain.
There's one last thing.
Fine, let me just say one last thing. If you guys want to get all hung up on the word hope, that's no skin off my nose. But just be warned. From this point on, one despair after another will stand in your way. No matter where you run, no matter where you hide. Maybe you'll find some hope, but there's a very fine line dividing that hope from bitter despair. Knowing that, you still plan to cling to your hope?
Of course, because we...
It's fine. It's
Shut
fine.
up, shut up. That was a rhetorical question. You interrupted my monologue.
Well, you deserved it.
I'm almost done though, so whatever. Because it's almost punishment time, right?
Yeah, your favorite time of all.
it can't be.
Do you really intend to go through with this? That was the agreement, right?
Hold on. It's not like I want you to die. You don't have to.
Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it!
Okay. What?
How many times do I have to tell you?
The act of living brings me no hope at all. All I want now is to taste that despair of death that you only get once in life. So,
Don't get in my way.
Okay then. You have all the fun you want. What's it gonna be?
creepy.
So this is how the despair of death feels. It's so wonderful.
What a freak.
Even a tenth of this despair, even 100th. I want every last soul on this planet to taste such despair. I want the entire world to die with that despair in its mouth. Okay, let's do this.
What's it gonna do?
Reserved an extra special punishment for last.
Uh-oh.
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time!
Well, there she goes. I guess we'll see what it is. Just waving goodbye. Alright, let's see. Sayonara.
Is it all of them together?
It looks like it. There's the baseball field, there's the crazy like circus-like thing. The ultimate punishment. Every punishment in one? Oh, there we go. Yeah, it's a combination of them all. Whoa. What about the truck? There we go. Well, it looks like she's enjoying that. Blast off. Oh. And after school lesson. Aw, there goes the Monokuma doll too.
Aw.
See ya. Peace. Splat.
Ew.
Wow. I guess that's the end of Junko. For good. Maybe. Hopefully. I guess we'll see in the sequel. Oh, emergency override. Is this how we get out?
I guess so.
Come on, let's get out of here. Let's go, everyone. And that's how everything came to an end. The final class trial. Junko and Ashima, the ultimate despair. Life at Hope Speak Academy. It was all over. All right. So, is this gonna be the epilogue now? What's going on? Oh, Monokuma hair tie. Very nice. A save? Alright, I guess we'll make a save then. Let's see what happens. But even after saying it was all over, it's not like the building exploded or collapsed in on itself or anything. That wasn't the kind of ending waiting for us. Nothing changed. Well, with one exception. The air purifiers turned off, oh, just like she said. Just like Junko said. They shut off immediately. That was the only difference. I guess we are leaving then. Yeah, epilogue time. What's gonna happen? Will we go outside? Will we see what it's like?
I guess we are right now.
We left the courtroom and made our way to the main hall. I'm so excited. We stood in front of the door. Nobody made a sound. I felt almost absent-minded. This is our epilogue before the final ending. We were stuck there in limbo, unmoving, unsure. But, in the end...
Hey,
We can't just stand around like this forever. At some point, we need to leave.
To nobody's surprise, it was Kyoko who broke the silence.
Makoto.
Makoto, would you do the honors?
Oh, thank you. How kind. Okay. As if awakened by Kyoko's words, I took out the object we'd gotten. Up until the moment of her death, it had belonged to Junko. And in the end, she dropped it before us.
So,
But is that really it? Is that really the key to this door?
Indeed.
You don't have to read into what she said too much to find the answer.
If, on the other hand, you desire to see us punished, then you must all leave this place.
I will force you out, ensuring you all die horrible deaths in the outside world.
Thank you. Very kind of you.
In other words,
I will force you out. She said that just before dropping that. It makes sense that it would be our way out of here.
But
you never know. Maybe it's actually a switch that's gonna make the school self-destruct. Or maybe it'll call aliens to us or something. I mean, Junko never said specifically that she'd let us leave here alive.
it's true.
You may be right about that.
Maybe?
Yes.
But even so, it's impossible to think we wouldn't take our chances with it. Yeah, I guess that's true.
There's nothing to worry about.
My beautiful scissors!
If something ever happened to Master, I'd take my scissors and jam him so far up.
Oh, well, so much for that.
Hey, where's the courtroom? Where's the mastermind?
Don't worry, it's all over with.
It's all over. We're just about to leave the school. What? Leave? We can go outside?
Don't get too excited.
Then that means me and Master can get married?
Well, he does have to repopulate the family line.
And then he'll give me a little jewel of a baby?
You never know.
That's enough.
Please, stop. That would be a greater horror than anything I've encountered so far.
Anyway,
Don't worry. I have no doubt that we'll be able to leave here without a problem.
But
It's what happens after we get out that I'm worried about.
But, you know, in the end, I think part of me still thinks,
For serious?
maybe when we get out of there, we'll see that everything she said about the world was a lie. That on the other side of this door is a world as peaceful as we remember. I only wish. A lie. Peaceful as we remember. Well, no matter what it looks like, it's still our world. It's where we're meant to live. Yeah, I guess so. And how do I put this? Unlike the school, the world is really big, right? I guess so, Makoto. Since it's so big, I'm sure there must be some despair no matter what. But there also has to be lots of hope, right?
in other words,
The act of searching for hope, to try and find it, that by itself is the true meaning of hope. As long as you have that hope, you can keep moving forward no matter what trouble you may fall into.
am I wrong?
Is that what you mean, Makoto?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, that's pretty much the gist of it. I don't need any of you to spell it out for me. You know, Junko mentioned that there were still others out there who hadn't cast away hope just yet. Maybe they need a Togami to lead them into the future.
Oh god.
Maybe I should find them and make them work for me. To rebuild the world, we must first rebuild the Togami dynasty. Of course.
I'll go with you. I'll follow you anywhere you want to go.
you got it.
Well, my first stop is going to be the closest donut shop. I can figure out the rest from there.
We'll see if they have one.
Hey.
And what are you gonna do if there are no more donut shops? Or donuts?
Okay.
I'll just get some flour and make some myself. And if there's no flour, I'll just grow some wheat. If there's no wheat...
Well. I get it now. If there's no road, you just gotta build one. Creation. Fate is telling me to remake the world. Oh no, here we go. That's my hope.
How about that?
I've reached the next stage. The next chapter of Yasuhiro Hagakuri's life story is about to begin. Oh man. Whoa. Thanks, Hina. You've totally opened my eyes.
Hey, personal space, buddy. You're seriously creeping me out.
Oh boy.
Makoto.
Come on, Makoto. Even if everyone in the outside world is gone. Even if the world is steeped in despair. As long as I have people like you around, I can face forward and
Aw.
keep moving.
How sweet.
If we can get out there and do something, have some sort of impact.
But what can we do? There's so few of us, and we're so small. What can we do?
But everyone knows us, the Hope people do.
Supposedly. No, we can probably do anything. Yeah, we can do anything. Okay, then let's hit the button.
Well, I guess this is goodbye. And goodbye to Sakura. But hey, if we gotta say goodbye, we may as well do it with a smile on our face.
Hey guys! You guys want your fortunes told anywhere, anytime. You just let me know. I'll be there.
Oh yeah, will we get that discount, Yasuhiro?
You know how much I hate being annoyed, but if something does come up, you may as well let me know.
All right.
Maybe not.
I can't guarantee I'll actually bother listening, but
Of course.
you
Yeah.
I don't know why, but I have a burning desire to start writing.
Yeah.
I might be able to pull it off. A story about Master and me, and the others, I guess.
I can only imagine how much other stuff there's going to be in that story that never actually happened.
I can't say I'm sorry about what happened, but still, it does feel kind of strange.
I really don't know what to say.
Of course, Makoto.
I guess we graduated?
In a sense. In a sense. There it is. It looks like hope really is spreading. As long as they never give up. I have to push even harder. I'm gonna keep moving forward, with hope in my heart. Since I have hope, I can show courage. Since I have hope, I can move ahead. The world can move ahead. Alright, the door began to open. With my hands, with our hands, hope and despair mingled together, opening the door to the future. What's it gonna be? What do you think? Uh-oh. Oh, okay. At least you didn't get shot at the end. That would have been a real, twist. Are we actually gonna see what it is?
No, it'll probably end with this, like, white...
I know it. No.
White light of hope.
Whoa, what is that?
I don't know.
What the heck? That looked really bright.
It's the sun.
Oh, it did fade out. No! No! They didn't. They did.
Yep.
How could they?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. So, it's finally over.
It is.
What do you think?
I enjoyed it very much, but the last trial was a bit too long and tedious.
Wow, that last trial was pretty long. I didn't think that, what's her name was ever gonna shut up.
I know, there was so much, like, unnecessary explaining. She's like, oh, it all had to do with this. What were the motives? The motives didn't have to do with it. We lost the years at school, you idiot. Like, I know, okay.
How could she delay our ending for so long?
For real.
Whatever, it's finally over now. But yeah, what do you have to say?
I enjoyed it. It was tricksy.
It was very tricksy.
But we...
Very false.
We figured a lot out.
Monokuma, and half of it's darker than the other.
Who the hell is Monomi?
That's a good question. Who the hell is that? I wasn't paying attention. Were those all the characters that mentioned?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know who that was. Is there some bonus that we didn't get to see?
I guess so.
Well, I have heard there's a bonus mode in this game, so I think we might do some of that at some point, because we're gonna go on to do Danganronpa 2, and I guess I'll say it here. So we could either go into that right away, or we could play some of the bonus mode to this game, which I'm not exactly sure what that involves. Or I guess we could try doing both at the same time, and try to mix them together. But yeah, I'm not too sure. I'm not sure if the bonus mode is important to going ahead to Danganronpa 2. Like, I'm not sure the order of events.
Me neither.
But yeah, if you guys have any suggestions, be sure to let us know, and we'll try to follow that. But yeah, I guess before we leave you off for this ending sequence, I'll just say special thanks to everyone who's come along and watched this series. It's quite interesting seeing all the comments we've gotten on this one. I think it's been like one of the most active series we've had in a while, so that's pretty interesting to see. Danganronpa was an interesting game. I'm trying to remember who it was that first suggested it, but unfortunately I don't remember. And I try to look back in the YouTube comments to see if I could find it, but you know what? It's just not very good at finding old comments, but to whoever suggested it, I think there might have been a couple of people that mentioned it. Special thanks, because this was a totally awesome game, and I had a lot of fun seeing this one all the way through. So yes, a thanks to you, along with all the other people who've enjoyed the series. We will be moving on and seeing the other ones. I think there's even a third game, but as far as I know, it's not out for Steam yet. I think it's only on like the PlayStation Vita or whatever that's called. So maybe one day, but we do have to get through the second game first, so I'm sure that'll take a while, given how long this one was. But yeah, I guess we'll let the credits roll themselves out. I guess we'll see you in the next part of either the special mode of this game or the second one. Anyway guys, later.
Bye.
Oh, there's a bonus at the end. Wait, what's this? There's one last thing. What could this be? It's Monokuma laying face down. Is he not really dead? Is there someone else controlling him?
Uh-oh. Is he controlling himself?
Oh, no!
Interesting.
What is this?
Things are getting very interesting indeed.
Oh, no.
Is he a ghost?
Like I said at the beginning, I'm not a teddy bear. I am Monokuma.
What does that mean?
And I am this school's headmaster.
What?
What? What does that mean? What the heck?
Easter egg.
Was that the Easter egg? That's funny. Well, I don't know what that means. Oh, look. All's well that ends. I don't know. What does that mean? Well, I guess that means there's going to be a second game, and we do know that. So yeah, like I said, we'll see you then, guys.